Cloud. All righty. Thank you, guys. Everyone, you are welcome. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. See, I'm not on my game today, but I am going to be. Don't worry about it. I'll get it together. My team got me a throne this morning, but it's okay. We'll do the fight later. See, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are joining us from. And I just want to welcome you to another exciting day. Today is day 4 of the 31 days of 31 micro AI businesses that you can start with literally nothing. Hopefully, from what I've had my team discussing with you in the last 15-20 minutes, they've been touching base with what you have been learning. But today, we take the game to a whole new level on day 4. I call it the pen is now a machine and the money is in the message. So we are going to be talking about the unstoppable digital revolution. Today, we are going to be teaching you a business. I told you I'm going to be focusing on teaching you one business a day now. This is not so much about the tools, but about the business that the tool is powering. The tool is just to help you do the business. So I'm going to be teaching you the business, then I might introduce you to some of the tools that you will use to do it. But focus on understanding what the business is about. Because today we are flipping the script on everything you thought you knew about books, about writing, and about publishing. Because today's training is not just about launching a book. This is about reprogramming your mindset. You know, I love reprogramming. It's all about the mindset for me. If your mindset is cool, you can take the world. You can have all the knowledge in the world. If your mindset is wrong, you're not going to take anything. This is about reprogramming your mindset from consumer to creator, from reader to revenue earner, from someday I will write a book to today you're going to write a book. Yes, so guaranteed before you go to bed tonight, your first book will be ready. And not only that, you're going to say, I'm launching a business around books. If you believe that can happen to you today, I want you to give me a 10. I don't talk theory, guys. We are going to stay here. I'm going to talk for about 1 hour explaining the business. Then we are going to go and create the damn books. See, you can talk all you want about writing books. Today, you're actually going to write it. A lot of you have been going around. You've been buying books since you were born. But most times, you probably don't even think, those who write those books, are they magicians? Are they geniuses? How come you don't have 5 books of your own? How come you don't have 3 books? How come you don't have 20? How many of us right now does not have a book published on an international site? I'm not talking about a book that is on your system. That's not a book. That's an idea of a book you want to write. For you to say, I'm an author, your book must be live on at least one international site. If you have one, give me a 1. If you have at least one, give me a 1. If you have none, give me a 0. Let's do that quickly, because nobody's coming to help you. You're going to help yourself today to get your first book. 0 if you don't have one yet is okay. I'm not calling you out. I just wanted to see what I got here. Okay, I see most are scoring 0 here. It's okay. Before today is out, you are going to be scoring a 1 or a 10. Why? Because there is nothing special about those who have books. And that is the mindset we are going to change today. Not only are you going to be an author before you sleep tonight, you are going to even be somebody who is selling books as a business that you wrote. All right, let me be blunt. The average person, especially in Africa, has been conditioned to believe that books are for professors, that publishing book is for celebrities, that unless you have the perfect English or a PhD, you have no business being an author. And I tell you, that's a lie from the pit of poverty. And today, we send it back to sender. You know the way we Christians like to do. Back to sender. All right? Because with the power of AI, which is what this is all about, you don't need to write like Chimamanda or be able to spell like Wole Soyinka for you to be a profitable, not just an author, somebody who is a bookpreneur. I'm going to explain the difference to you. A lot of authors have no money. They don't know how to make money with their books. They just write. Their suits at sea shining, that the one that they overpressed is obey the wind. their shoes are chopped, but they are authors. You see them in your schools. That's not what you want to be. You want to be a bookpreneur. Somebody who's in the business of writing and selling books. Big difference. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you today. Not only will you know how to write books, that's actually your inventory. You are going to be writing minimum 4 books a month. Oh, yes. Yeah, look, I say, how am I going to do it? We are going to do the first one today. You're going to see with your 2 eyes. And then some of you will have 4 books before next Friday. I know. I've taught this thing over and over. I've seen people go from 0 to 20 books in less than a month. Why not? Today, we are going to shift gears and into something timeless, yet totally transformed by AI. That's books. Not just books, but building a bookpreneur empire with artificial intelligence as your co-writer, your designer, your editor, your publisher, and your marketer, all rolled into one, costing you nothing. Yeah, you heard me right. Today, we are going to turn you into what I call a book boss, a BB, a book boss, even if you have never written a sentence in your life. Even if you can't speak good English, it does not matter. You can actually speak Igbo to your AI and it will give you an English book that a professor cannot write a better one than you. Listen to me. The book industry is still one of the most powerful credibility machines on earth. Presidents use it, pastors use it, coaches use it, influencers build brands with it. Once you have a book and you say, I have a book in this niche, the way people look at you is different. It don't matter if you have not made a dime with it. The way you look at somebody who's written a book is very different from a guy. And if 2 of you are bidding for a job, either a speaking engagement or a writing engagement or whatever, and you are saying, I'm the author of this book, and the other guy has more experience than you, but he has no book, guess what? They respect you more. Because being an author is a big deal in the mind of the world, and you are going to crack that code today. But here's the thing. In 2025, you don't need to be a writer to be an author. I know that sounds crazy. You don't need to be. You don't need to find a publisher to get published. A lot of people are not thinking about publishing books because they think they need millions, they need thousands, they need to get someone to help them publish. No, sir. You don't need months to write a book anymore. You need hours. I've written 3 books this week, even though I'm still teaching for 5 hours a day, 4 hours. I finished one yesterday evening that I started. I think I did the first 2 chapters on Friday and I forgot about it. Now I said, let me just finish before I go to sleep. It's called The Book of Weird People. The book of weird people for weird people, something about weird people and how they transform the world. But I wrote it before I went to sleep, despite the fact that I still had to work on a lot of stuff. Because with the power of AI 360 Studio or the power of AI tools out there, some of them free. In fact, your number one ally for this one is not even the AI 360 Studio. I'm being honest with you. It's ChatGPT. That's all you need, and it's free. You can now generate full book manuscripts using either ChatGPT or Script Genius, which we have in the platform. You can turn them into audiobooks. Obviously, you're going to need like Voice Genius that we have in AI 360 or other free tools out there. You can design stunning covers and layouts with graphic Genius inside of AI 360 Studio. And then you can publish your book on Amazon, Kobo, and all those sites instantly within a few hours for no cost. So that's not a dream. That's not hype. That's the bookpreneur business. And today, we are handing you the keys. Let me ask you a question before we get started. If I showed you how to write, to publish, and to launch a book in 1 week, in fact, forget 1 week, in 24 hours, okay? If I handed you the tools to create authority, income, and impact with every chapter, will you use it to elevate your life and legacy? Give me a yes or no, because that's what we're about to do. Give me a why or no. Will this impact your life? If I had to show you how to write, how to publish, and how to launch a book in one week or less, and then I show you how to develop authority around it, will that transform your life? Give me a yes or no, because that's what we're about to do. The pen is no longer mightier than the sword. It's a lie. The algorithm is mightier than both. Oh, yeah. And the people who learn to wield this pen, the AI pen, is what I'm talking about. They will not just write books, they will write checks for themselves. So let's go get it. Let's go get it. And we're about to start today. Today, we're going to undo the system to write your books in literally hours, not months, not days, to turn that book into an audio book and video course, to design professional covers for your books, to launch your book on Amazon, Kobo, and all those marketplaces, and to create multiple streams of income. I'm going to show you how to do that, to create multiple streams of income as a bookpreneur. That is a business on its own. Books are no longer just for knowledge. They are assets for wealth. But first, you must let go of the lie that you are not qualified to write one. It's all right here in your head. Don't believe that shit. If you've survived anything, you have a story. If you've learned anything, you have a lesson. If you've solved a problem, you have a blueprint. And today we're going to teach you how to package it, publish it, and profit from it. I don't do motivation. This is not a motivation. This is a mandate. Because you will write that book over the next 24 hours. The new economy is not built on how many books you've read. No, sir. It is built on how many books you have published and monetized. So stop scrolling, stop stalling. The pen is now AI empowered. And the new author is you. Welcome to day 4 of the 31 businesses in 31 days from Dr. Kwebanwo and his team, as well as AI 360 sponsoring this. Thank you so much, Grace Okafor. Thank you, my team. Thank you, Michael Lockmon. Thank you, Mr. Pascal. And thank you, all those of you who are working behind the scene. And we are officially activated for the day 4 of the program. Let's go.
This is how I would master AI in 2025. If I was 35 or older, if I had zero tech background, if I wanted to finally build a real online business without guesswork. Let's be real. Most people are using AI like Google.
Copy, paste, ask a basic question, then move on. That's not how smart people build income with AI.
But you're about to be different. We're launching the AI 360 Studio 31-Day Challenge, the easiest way to launch 31 profitable AI-powered businesses in just 31 days.
No tech skills, no coding, just 15 to 30 minutes a day with our done-for-you platform and business blueprints. In 1 week, you'll feel like a genius. In 2 weeks, you'll have your own strategy and product. In 31 days, you'll look back and wonder why you didn't start this challenge years ago. Tap below to join the challenge now at www.ai360studio.com. Let's build your digital business empire one day, one app, one win at a time.
This is how
They used to say filmmaking was for the chosen few, the ones with the $1 million budgets, the ones with connections, studios, and expensive equipment. If you didn't have Hollywood backing or Nollywood clout, you were told to sit down, shut up, and watch. But not anymore. Today, creativity has been set free by AI. The tools of storytelling have escaped the towers of the elite. Now, all you need is a laptop, an idea, and the courage to imagine. The playing field has been leveled. You don't need to beg producers. You don't need to pitch to closed rooms. You don't need to know anyone in the industry, because you are the industry. With AI tools, you can write, direct, animate, voice, edit, and produce a film from anywhere in the world. from Lagos to Lisbon, from Nairobi to New York. You can compete with the best, not someday, but today. And that's why we created IFA. The AI Filmmakers Association isn't just a movement. It's a community for rebels with imagination, a tribe for storytellers who are done waiting for permission, a network of innovators ready to take their creativity to the next level. Here at AIFilmmakers.org, you'll find mentorship. Here, you'll find tools. Here, you'll find your tribe. We are the future of filmmaking, not by bloodline, not by legacy, but by vision, innovation, and boldness. So if you've ever had a story burning inside you, if you've ever felt shut out by the system, if you've ever wanted to create without compromise, welcome home. Join IFA now at www.aifilmmakers.org now. No permission needed.
All right. Today, we're going to be talking about bookpreneur business, how to use AI tools to transform, write, and design books, even if you have never written before. You're going to be learning that today. You are going to learn how to publish and profit from ebooks, audiobooks, ghostwriting services, both locally and globally. So welcome to day 4, AI book publishing and AI book writing and publishing business. And our team, our whole idea today to try to teach you how to write a book in a weekend. We're on Thursday now before Sunday is over, publish it in a week and profit for a lifetime. So what is the bookpreneur business opportunity, which is what we are teaching you today? It's not complicated. Bookpreneur is a business model that empowers individuals to transform their passion for books into a profitable venture. It involves writing, self-publishing, marketing, and monetizing books through various online and offline channels, offering a holistic approach to building a sustainable income from literary content. A lot of book writers don't make any money. So you are not an author. I'm not training you to be an author. I'm training you to be a bookpreneur. Being a bookpreneur involves you being an author and more. You're not just going to write a book for the sake of writing books. You are writing that book for commercial purposes. That is really what a bookpreneur is. You don't just sit down and say, oh, I have an idea for a book and go and start writing. That's what authors do. You are looking for what people are looking for information about. What are they looking for help with? And then you write a book to be able to sell it to them and make your money. Don't ever get it confused. Entrepreneurial journey in the literary world. Bookpreneur is the entrepreneurial journey of leveraging books and related content to create diverse income streams. I'm giving you different definitions by my own so that you understand. A lot of this you are not going to see in any written books. I'm trying to make you understand what being a bookpreneur is. A bookpreneur is not an author. It's somebody who profits from writing books. Two different things. Many people write books just because they can. They're not even thinking money. But you don't even write unless you are thinking money. It encompasses everything from authoring and self-publishing to developing online courses, hosting webinars, offering coaching services, all centered around the power of books. As you can see, you are not just a book writer now. You are taking the idea of books to become a real business on its own that will involve you transferring some of your books to online courses, hosting webinars with it, and offering coaching services all around the power of books. I've made insane money in this niche. I know it in and out. I can teach you without even looking at PowerPoint. So trust me when I say this. As we are talking, if you want to double check it, you can just Google my name on Amazon and anywhere. I've got more than 100 books published on more than 50,000 bookstores. It's not capping, it's just a fact. Because to me, this is one of the easiest ways for you to make money. And it's just one income stream for me. But it's like everything else, you have to work it. The money is not going to come because you prayed. You got to do the work. Bookpreneur is an innovative approach to entrepreneurship where individuals use books as the foundation for creating multiple streams. Again, I keep giving you different facets of it so that it sits into your brain. You understand what this is before I break it down for you. It is an innovative approach to entrepreneurship where individuals use books as the foundation for creating multiple streams of income. The same way somebody can use selling suit as a foundation for their creating income. Somebody can use driving Uber. Your own case, book is the foundation for creating multiple streams of income for yourself. This includes not only selling books, but also expanding into areas like digital products, speaking engagements, consultancy, and turning literary passion into a thriving business. Give me a really broad look at this thing called bookpreneur business. That some of my students, that the way they monetize, the way they focus their bookpreneur business is they write books, and then they start targeting organizations that are running conferences, running events in that area that they wrote a book on. And then they send in a copy of their book to request to come and speak on their stage. And when they speak on their stage, they sell their coaching programs. They sell their consultancy business and make thousands of dollars. They are not just writing the book and just flexing with it. The book is a means to making money. The only reason you are writing book is to make money, not to win a Nobel Prize. You got to get that in your brain. All right, so here are 10 reasons. I want to believe every one of us understand now what a bookpreneur is. If you still don't understand, I need you to put a 0 in the chat because it's very important for you to understand. I'm using the slides prepared by Bishop Ibro Zion because the slides they're supposed to prepare for me is not ready, but it's okay. Like I said, I really don't need a slide. The slide is for your benefits this morning. I can preach this thing from my sleep. If you do not understand, give me a 0. Because you have to understand the business you're about to learn. That's why I took my time explaining in different ways. Bottom line of it is that you are writing books as a business, not as an author. That mindset difference is very important. Because some of you, once I teach you how to write books using ChatGPT now, because we will write a full book, it doesn't take us 10 minutes. Your book will be done. You're going to see me do it. You don't just go crazy and just start writing books. That's not what bookpreneurs do. You are writing books to solve a problem that people will pay you money for. Meaning that you're going to research what are people willing to pay for, what are the things, what are the problems your book is solving. Then you write it. Unlike an author who might get inspired to write a book about the sunset, and then they start writing. You don't write that shit. Unless there are people who want to buy books about the sunset, then you write for them. You look for the customer before you even write. Is that people are willing to buy this before you write it? You are a commercial book writer. Let me just bottom line it for you. You are a commercial book writer. You will enter. That's it. That's what you are about. You sell books that you wrote. You are not a bookseller. You are a bookpreneur. That's your business, to wake up in the morning, write books, figure out how to sell it in the afternoon. That's what this is. Hopefully you'll get it. Nobody put a 0, so I'm assuming. So now, what are the 10 reasons why I believe this income opportunity is great for you? Because even by the time you go through this 31 days thing, and you really don't have any business you want to lock down on, this one is one anybody can do. Because it doesn't rely on you having any money. Most of the tools you need to do your work, they are free out there. And anybody can do that, regardless of your level of education, regardless of your current financial situation, because you can use your book. I told you I have more than 100 books in print, and I'm not joking. More than 70% of them I do it on my phone. When I'm at an event, when I'm in a restaurant, I'm writing books. And I'm going to show you how to do that. 10 reasons why it's great for you. Number 1, low startup costs. You don't really need money to get started in this business. It gives you flexibility and freedom. You can combine it with whatever it is you are doing. Number 3, it is scalable. I get checks sent to me every week like clockwork from different areas. because my books are everywhere. That's one major income stream for me. At one point, I was at over $7,000 to $8,000 every month, just on royalty from my books. Then a disaster happened with Amazon, which I'm not going to go into here yet. How I lost the whole account, and then I started back over in 2023. Now I have more than 100. Again, last year I told my staff, I'm going to write 100 books this year, 2024. And I did it. Now I've not really focused on writing books much this year, but I still wrote 3 last week. Just almost like an afterthought. Because I told myself, if I can put 100 books on Amazon, put it on Barnes & Noble, put it on Lulu, put it on more than 20 international bookstores. It's just a matter of time. It will start with $1, $2, then it's going to reach 1,000, it's going to reach 2,000, and it's on auto. It's out there. And that is what this is. You can scale it. You can decide how well you want to be, this income stream to be for you. And if you want it to really scale, you're not going to write one book. You're going to actually have a target. Once you figure out how to do it well, at the minimum, you want to put 4 books out there. Trust me on this one. Everything, again, heaven helps those who help themselves. That is what it means, that whatever you lose on yourself is what heaven will lose for you. That to me is the equivalent of heaven helps those who help themselves. Whatever you sow, you are going to reap. If you are sowing 1 book into the universe every week, that gives you 52 books in a year. You don't need to pray before you start receiving royalty at some point, is what I'm telling you. Prayer is good. Do not get me wrong. Some of you get it confused when I talk like this and think I don't believe in prayer. You want to see me where I'm praying. I believe in prayer, but I just believe your prayer must make sense before God can answer it. Okay? You cannot pray for what you did not sow. You cannot read by night vigil what you did not sow in morning hustle. But if I finish my hustle, then I go out there and go and start praying. I'm praying hard on the AI 360 platform now. But I know that my work is not ready yet. Over the next 30 days, all my tutorial videos will be ready. All my training videos will be ready. Everything that I need to crush it will be ready. Then I've done my part. Then I start going to God. I tell my team self, oh yeah, prayer and fasting don't enter this matter. We need our harvest. But we can't do prayer and fasting until we have done the job. I'm a big believer in prayer. So when I pray, I know I don't beg God. Heaven forbid, I will not beg God. God does not ask you to come and beg him. You are a child. You speak God's word to him. Whatever a man swear, that he shall reap. I have sown there 31 days of training. Where's my harvest? I don't need you guys to pay me money. The harvest will come from other people. So you can scale this. I'm going somewhere here. Don't just write when we give you assignment today. Oh, by the way, I like to honor my words. I said the first 10 or so that publish a link to their YouTube channel. We're going to give them 5,000 naira each. Please, somebody go compile that list for me. Go and check the first 10 to share their YouTube link. Grace, go do that assignment for me. Go into the IFA thread. I don't know if I made you admin there yet or not, but you'll still be able to see it. Then go out there and copy out the names of the first 10 to submit. I don't know if they're up to 10. Yesterday I saw a few and I just left it. So, but get it for me. And then, so that I can announce it, and then we can then ask them to send their account number. Okay, integrity is very important to me. If I make you a promise, then I'm going to honor it. I don't want it to be like I forgot. Let me make Grace admin here so that she can do her job. Where's the Larry Oloritu? You disappointed me this morning. Are you here? Totally not happy with you right now, but are you there? Because this is supposed to be the organization that you are anchoring for us. You're supposed to be the Secretary General here, at least by my thinking. But we need to be sure you are ready to do this shit. Okay? Let me reward you. I don't know if he's even here. Okay, he's here. Let me also I don't know if I've made him admin yet. All right, I'll sort that out. Let me not allow that to delay our training. But even without being admin, you can get me that list. Please get it for me. You can scale your income potential. Even though I'm still going to explain it deeply later, to me, the strategy is not complicated. It's only when you complicate it. Yes, there's a deeper level and deeper level. But I always tell you, if you are just starting, don't overthink it. Don't be trying to do at the level of guys like me. Just do the basic. And I've told you, it's a very simple process. You commit to putting 50 books out there in the universe for human beings. That's your first 3 months goal or 1 year goal. If you are very busy, at the minimum, you should be able to put a book out. When I say put a book out, you write it and you publish it. The book is not ready until you have published it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Lulu.com. We're going to show you how to do all of that. That is your book. So every week, it should be your stated objective. And until you have it and it's live, you have not yet done it. You do that consistently for a year. Now you have put 52 books into the universe. Even if you don't know much about marketing, trust me, some of those sites will start making 1 sale for you here, 2 sales there. Then you can be learning the marketing later. Get the materials first. Another reason it's good for you is that leveraging your existing knowledge. The little you have, you can then leverage it because now you have a super assistant called ChatGPT who can make you sound like a genius. All you need right now is an idea. Like I told you, I just finished this book called The Book of Weird People. What triggered it? I read something somewhere they were talking about a weird guy and how it transformed his society. And I'm like, wow, why don't I write a book about all the weird people in the world and how they have transformed what we can learn from being weird? Oh, finish. That's only the idea I need. I went to ChatGPT. I told him I want to write a book about the greatest weird people in the world, people who are weird and who have been able to transform the world with their weirdness and what we learn from them. So I said, give me a list of 100 people in 10 different industries who are weird in their industry, but who are able to contribute to their industry with their weirdness, and then give me 10 things they did to their industry. Finish. He gave me under music. He gave me 10. You see Michael Jackson there. He did all that research. When I got those 100 names in 10 categories, I said, okay, take this number 1, Michael Jackson. Now write the story for me. What makes him weird? What are the things he suffered as a weird person? What are the things he used to change in the world? What are the 10 things we can learn from the man? Finish. And I said, use that format right there. Before I know it, the book is read, and the book is even big, over 200 pages. I'm looking for how to change it now. By Sunday, that book will be live. I'll publish it. I already got the design done. These things are not hard. It's just a side work that you'll be doing for yourself. Even if you have a different business that you're doing, you leverage whatever little knowledge you have. I'm digressing, but let me go back because I don't want to run today again. Create multiple income streams. I'm going to show you. This is another reason why this is a great income opportunity. You can create multiple income streams from it. I used to run a series for my students before that. I call it how to roast a book. You know, the Bible says the foolish man did not roast what he caught in hunting. That's a whole different, deep level Bible study now, which I'm not going into. But I'll show you how to roast your book. You write 1 book, you can roast it into 10 different income streams. This is possible. That's why this is a great income idea for you. You can impact others with your knowledge that you develop through using AI to help you expand it. You can work from anywhere. That's another great reason why this is a great opportunity for you. Number 8, you can establish authority in your niche, even though you don't have deep training in it yet. But with AI, you can become an authority in literally weeks, because there's nothing you ask it that it doesn't know. And then you'll be speaking like an authority on your blog, on your website, and people will be following you. Number 9, you can build passive income. I'm already having passive income from this. It's crazy. It's direct deposit they do for me now. One day, sometimes I'll just see 149 just enter. Another time I see 249, I see 99. I see it's just coming in practically on a daily basis. And before you know it, you are counting 4,000, 5,000. It's just there, pepper soup money. But for most of you, $5,000 is not pepper soup money. It's actually money for Akamu. If Grace receives $5,000 a month, that she's not going to say it's pepper soup money. Are you going to say it's pepper soup? That's millions. Exactly. But it will start with $10. Your reality, it will start with $1. You cannot despise the day of small beginnings. It's what the Bible says. You keep putting it out there. To me, it's my retirement. If I retire in the next, even though I don't think I'll retire until I die, because retirement means you are ready to die. There's nothing to retire to. Okay, I'm not retiring. I may slow down. I may do other stuff. Like I'm practically now, I'm even retired. If you were to, I'm imagine. If I tell you I'm retired, will you believe me? But I am. I told my law firm I'm not going to court again. They'll be paying me money every month, and they are. I want to do what I want to do now, and this is what I feel like doing. That's why I told you guys tomorrow I may decide I don't even want to do training anymore. I just want to do video. That's exactly because I'm not doing it for the money anymore. I have plenty income streams that is keeping me at least to maintain myself and my family if I'm not overdoing myself. And my books is a big part of that. So you can build passive income from that. That's a real passive income where you don't have to do anything and the money comes every month. But you have to do the work first. I'm not trying to sweet talk you and say you can get it tomorrow. But you work out 1, 2, 3 years in your bookpreneur business. Imagine publishing 52 books every year and you do that for 5 years. That's the kind of vision I want you to have. That gives you minimum 250 books that is published to the universe. Books that are solving problems, not just book because you want to write a book like I just did, a book of weird people. That one I'm indulging myself now. But you as a bookpreneur, you are not indulging yourself. You are writing books that will solve a problem. When you see a problem out there, ask yourself, can I write a book about that? That's all you need. You go to ChatGPT, you tell you, I want to write a book about this problem. It will guide you. In 1 hour, your book is ready. You put it out there. So if you have 52 problem-solving books a year for 5 years, that's 250. Your retirement is set, even if you don't know how to market yet. Because over time, they will begin to sell. It will start at 1, 2 on those sites, on those Amazon, all those places. If you have them in enough of them, it becomes a torrent. Number 10, it is good for your personal and professional growth because even if you are using AI to write the book, you are still going to be reading over each chapter. Sometimes I write a book to educate myself on the subject matter. Like right now, I'm writing a book on how to market your video through YouTube. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to put out a master book out there that even those who are experts for 10 years, they cannot write a better book. Why? AI is my partner. All I just need to do is ask it the right questions. What are the 10 best ways to make money on YouTube? He's going to give me. But I take it to another level. I take that first one. I say, okay, break it down to a step-by-step process on how I can implement it, complete with case studies of real people who have done this, complete with URLs of where it has been done. See, you're taking that game to a whole different level then. You finish that book, you put it out there. Somebody who's trying to learn about how to make money with YouTube, he sees it out there, is going to order it, even though you yourself. But while I'm doing that, I'm also growing because every chapter that I write, you saw my training yesterday. You believe it or not, I just got that knowledge day before yesterday. Right? So in my process of learning or even teaching, I'm also growing. So every book that you write is also a personal and professional growth for you. If you do it the way I'm going to teach you, don't be a stupid bookpreneur where you just write the book, you don't even know what is there. Every chapter, you should read it over. Because while you are reading it over, you are learning what is in the book, even if you didn't have any knowledge before you started. By the time you publish that book, at least you have the knowledge of what is in your own book. That is increased knowledge. It's another reason why I really like it. Because once you pick a niche and you start writing books on it, not only will the book make you an expert, because you're going to write great books on it, it also will make you a real expert because you are growing with every book that you are writing because you are forced to read it. I don't give read over to somebody else. I read over my book myself. The only thing I then give them is to help me format it well into proper chapters for publication. But as for reading it over, when I'm reading it over myself Why? Because that is when I grow. Okay, so those are 10 reasons why this is a great opportunity. Now let's talk about, again, we will Grace, please, once it's this is 11, once it's 6 p.m. your time, I don't want to spend too much all the 4 hours talking today, then let me know. We have to go and write the book. Wherever I reach, I'll stop all this theoretical bullshit. We go and we actually get the book done. So I have only 1 hour to more to trade. So here are 10 different income streams in this business opportunity that you should write down. Some of them you are going to be able to execute immediately. Some of that will take you a year to get there. Some of it you will need help. But the important thing is you know what you need to do. That's the key to the money. Now, whether you then do it is up to you. Okay? But my own job is to sensitize you to what is there in the few hours we have. I can't help you implement it yet. Number one, okay, obviously, book sales. That is the most obvious one. Now you can see this is the PowerPoint used by one of my children that is now teaching the work. That's Bishop Ibro Zion. I told him to go make these slides. This is not even my slides. I tried to find it. I couldn't. The one that came up first is this one. I said, whatever, I can use it. So that is one of the first monetization thing. Book sales, print, ebook, and audio book. See, most of you focus on print, but audio give you more money. When you publish the audio version of your book on Audible, you'll be surprised the kind of dollars you'll be getting monthly. So you have to figure out how that works. Again, it's a whole different training. Audio book, now with AI, you can convert your book to audio in a matter of minutes. There are many AI tools that we'll talk about or that you can find for yourself. So every book, you have your print, you have your ebook, and you have your audio. You don't even have to do print. Me, I'm not big on print. You can order print of my books on Amazon, Lulu, Barnes & Noble, but I didn't pay for the print. It's called print on demand. And that's what I'm going to recommend you to do. Don't waste money going to go print 1,000 copies, 500 copies that nobody knows you. It's just going to it will be disturbing you from sleeping in your house because the book is going to be everywhere. Okay? You publish and people can do print to order. So they have to pay Amazon, then Amazon will print it and send it to them. We're going to talk about that. That's how all my books are. You can get prints of it. I got them plenty here. Right here, my whole house is full of when I finish a book, I typically will I'll order about 5 copies just to exhibit when I'm training on the live audience or to give away. You can see these are my books right here. But there's none of them that I ever paid to go, and maybe 2. I've done 3, maybe, in my lifetime where I spend all this money printing 200 copies, 300 copies, or 1,000, unless I want to give it away. Like the Kingmaker of Muguland, I printed it with a plan to give it away when I launched the movie. And I never really did launch the movie. But now I've got like 1,000 books in my house just standing there. So you can't print books as for commercial purposes. You're going to lose. So that's number 1 way of generating income. We'll talk more about that later. Number 2, income stream from your books that a lot of people don't think about. You convert that your book to an online course using AI. After you have finished your book, for instance, you can then tell your ChatGPT, I want to create a super course from this book. Can you give me, or can you turn this book into an online course? First, give me the outline of the course. It will give you. Then you tell it, okay, module 1, now write out the complete module 1 of this course. It will write it for you. Rather, module 2 will write it for you. In a few days or a day, you have a comprehensive course. Meanwhile, that book, I want to show you guys something. Let me see. The problem is I have so many books. I'm finding the one I want sometimes is a problem. I want to show you something from a book by showing you. The book is called, is a book about my, oh shit. I know it's right here. I'm looking at the whole stream of books here, but picking it out is a problem. It's called Launchify 360. If you Google it, you will see it on YouTube. I want to tell you guys a story about that book that is tied to this training that I'm giving right now, this particular point. Okay, I can't immediately see it now. I want to show you. Now, that book was a training that I did, just like this training that I'm doing. It was a training I did for people about how to create their own software. This was even before AI came. I'm talking 2017, 2018 thing, about how to create softwares without having any technical skills. It was a very hot training I was doing. I was selling the comprehensive training for $997. That's $1,000, right? Then I did it the reverse. I then converted the audio training like this one I'm doing. I transcribed it and turned it to a book. The book itself is selling on Amazon for $19.99. You can go there and go Google it. Sorry, $29.99. It's called Launchify 360 by Okpebanwu, Launchify 360. That book is on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble everywhere for $29.99. But it's an exact transcript of what is in my $1,000 course. Telling you guys the secret of the game right here. Yet, that my $1,000 course is one of the biggest in demand for those who want to create software and who want to launch it. Because in 2016, I was very hot launching products, doing more than $100,000 a day anytime I launch. So everybody wants to learn my system. So I put it in a course. So the same book that you wrote now, so you are going to reverse it. You have a book that is $9.99. You turn that book into a video course. You can sell that video course for $497, $997, and I'm talking dollars. That's $1,000. It's my own. Check it online. It's called Launchify 360. The course. That same book, you can sell it for $97. You can sell it for $47. It's whatever you want. Because people pay more for video courses than they pay for the book. So that same book, another income stream you can create from it is to turn it into an online course. I always tell people that every digital person, you must have a course. Because courses you can sell on webinar. You're not going to do a webinar and sell a book of $9.99 now. That's a waste of everybody's time. But if you do a webinar and you are selling your course for $197, $297, even though it's the exact same content that is in your book, people don't care. They don't know. They don't even want to know. You are explaining the course and you are telling them to order the course. It's in video, it's in audio, and you have a transcript of it. They will pay you. So it's a big income stream. When you start as a bookpreneur, you must have it at the back of your mind. Maybe not every book, if you don't want to do all that work. If you create 4 books a month, turn one of them into a video course. It's going to take discipline. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's not as if you can't do it. It's like you don't want to do it. Because AI will do everything for you. It will write the course. It will write the content of the course for you. All you need to do is read it. And if you don't want to read it online yourself, you get AI to read it. Is Mr. Lighton here? Let me know if you're here. I have guys who are creating courses in my AI University. They've created about 6 of them. The course was created with AI, delivered with AI. They are not even there. It's not even their voice. It's AI voice. The graphics is AI graphics. 100% A to Z. And those courses are $297, $197. You can do the same. You take down your book, you take ChatGPT to help you turn it to a course. So that's, without wasting so much time on that, you as a bookpreneur, you must have this at the back of your mind. Imagine having 10 courses that you created each year. And each of them is minimum $97. Don't think in Nigerian money. Your book is not just for Nigeria. Think in the cost of whatever. Now you have those courses out there. Those courses can be published on Amazon, can be published on hundreds of sites out there. That's a second income stream. A third way income stream for bookpreneur is webinars and workshops, which, by the way, this is when I will give you the most money once you start getting it done. When I really get pushed to the wall and I need money, what I do, I organize webinars. And then I sell my courses in those webinars. They are the fastest way to drop $1,000, $2,000 into your pocket, especially if your course is not too expensive. $97, you build a webinar around it, you train for 1.5 hours on it, and then you tell them to get everything else in this training. They should buy your course. And your cost is only $197, but today you are giving 50%. You'll be surprised. You have 100 people show up for that course. If you for that webinar, you might sell 10, you might sell 5. Imagine them doing that every week. That's another income stream for bookpreneurs. That's why I say I'm not teaching you to become an author. I'm teaching you to make money being an author, because your book can then become the basis of a workshop. Again, AI will help you to do that. We may not get into how to actually do all of this in this training today, but they're easy to do. If you ask ChatGPT, how do I have a book? How do I turn the book into a highly converting workshop? You can say, I want the book in a 3-day workshop. It will break it down for you. Will tell you what to teach on day 1, day 2, day 3. And you continue to have the conversation until your course is fully developed, or your webinar. And then it will give you webinar title. You advertise the webinar. You run your webinar maybe once a week. Your money is loading. Number 4, affiliate marketing. You can actually use your book to also make affiliate marketing income, meaning that inside of that, your book, you can be referring to other products of other people, and you put affiliate link there, so that those, let's say you are writing a book on marriage counseling. I remember that lady that we did something for the other day. So in there, and you are talking about maybe a chapter, and you are talking about how to improve the love between husband and wife. Okay, you write whatever you got to do. Then at the end of it, you are now saying, for further reading or for more help on how to increase love in your marriages, here are 5 of the best books I've seen in that area, or 5 of the best courses. You list it with a link for them to go get it. That link is an affiliate marketing link to that product. You don't have to be the one that owns the product. If it is or toys that they can use in the house to increase love, or equipment, or pills, I don't know. But every one of them that you recommend at the end of every chapter is an affiliate link. So that if somebody read that chapter and he liked what you said, and he wants to go and test out more information on that, he clicks. Remember, he's buying your book digital, or if it's even print, the place they're going to get it, the website is there. Each book then becomes also an income earner for you. I'm showing you ways to monetize your books. And then, of course, the detailed step-by-step process, you can then go Google and learn by yourself. Once you know what you need to know, getting to know it becomes very easy. Some people, this is why they wrote their books. And they will structure it in a way that allows them to populate it with affiliate marketing. For instance, it could be you are writing a book on the 100 best places to to buy shoes. For instance, let's say you are writing a book for those who love shoes. When you say 100 places, those 100 places, every one of them, before you put it in your book, you have got to go sign up for the affiliate marketing program. So as you talk about the place, you talk about how great they are, why they made this book, and why they are good. At the end of it, you are putting a link to that shop. For those who want to patronize them, they click and they go buy. You do it for every type of book you are writing, because if your book, if you have commerce at the back of your mind when you are writing a book, you are not going to write a book that you can't even monetize with affiliate marketing to start with. In other words, you are recommending further reading or further things to go and do, but that thing is your own money. Every time they click it, you get paid. If it's a digital product, it's 50% that you're going to get paid. If it's a physical product, it can be anywhere from 5% to 30%. A fifth way to monetize your bookpreneur business is speaking engagements. To you guys, speaking engagement is nothing. It's one of the most lucrative income streams for a bookpreneur, because there is something about writing a book. Let's say I'm trying to just think of a conference. Let's say conference of divorcees, put it that way. There is a conference, you have a conference of singles or newly married. You saw an advert for it. Somebody is running a conference for newly married. And you have a book, or if there's enough time, you can actually go write the book, publish it, Because remember now, it's going to take you less than 2-3 days to write a book and publish. Content is no longer your problem. And then you contact the owner of the person running the event and tell them that, oh, you have a book on Amazon that is excellent for this conference, because in that book you discuss different issues about marriages, assuming that it's for married couples. That I would like an opportunity to come and speak at your event. You don't even have to pay me, especially when you are new. You write it like that, to come and speak to them on this topic. You will have seen what they advertise, so you know what they want to teach at the conference. You will key your book to one of those topics. Many times they will let you come and speak, especially when you're not charging money. But what I say is that free is the best way to make money. Because when you then go and speak, if you really are a good person who know how to monetize your speaking engagement through your book, now at the end of your speech, if they give you 1 hour to speak, you speak for 45-50 minutes, give amazing content. Your last 10 minutes, you are telling them next level. Oh, I run a consultancy for newly married people. For those who would like to talk to me about being a consultant for them, a step forward and write down your whatever. Or I do a consultation to go to the next level for people for only $100. But because I'm in this conference, maybe for only $50, I'll consult with you, then decide if you can work with me. Or you can even say free consultation. When they come on your call, then you convert them to whatever consultancy you are doing, whatever it is you are selling. It can be 10,000, it can be 20,000. I've used this to devastating money. I'll give you one example. Maybe some of the people in the clubhouse who are even there will be able to bear me witness on this. On Clubhouse, when it was still hot, I'm talking 2022, 2021, where people go there, they go and speak. For those of you who know what how many of you know what Clubhouse is? It's an audio app where people go and they just speak, more like a Twitter. In fact, Twitter copied them with their Twitter space. That's what it is. It's like a Twitter space. So I contacted one gentleman. He was the owner of a group for what is it called? Yoruba something, that had a lot of diaspora people there. So I contacted him and I said, I would like to come and speak to your people about 10 different types of visas they can get to America. I'm an immigration lawyer. It's what I do, right? Many people are not even aware of the kind of visas I do. I don't do visitors visa. I don't do student visa. Those are pepper soup thing. I do things like L visa, intercompany transferee, genius visa, EB1, extraordinary worker visa, EB2, investors visa, what I call upscale visas. My fee as a lawyer is minimum $15,000. It's what I charge for those type of visas. Those who are my clients, they can pay it. Because L1 is for a company who's doing well in Nigeria, who wants to transfer some staff to the US and start a new US branch. It's an excellent thing for those who even know what that is. Many Nigerians are not even aware what that is. I used to run seminar in a hotel to get clients. But bottom line is, I went in there and I said I'll teach them 10 different ways that they can get visas to the US. Then I started listing O visa, P visa, visas they've never even heard about before. He was excited. He said, okay, we'll give you 1 hour to come and speak to our audience. And I went in there. On that call, there were 220 people. So I started dropping the value. I started dropping it big time, because to really make people believe you can help them, you have to demonstrate knowledge. As I was wrapping down, I said, for those who would like to consult about possibly how to change their status if they're already abroad, or how to get to go abroad, or how to help their family, you want to consult with me, I will do a free consultation for you. Book. And then I put my link there. That was a mistake, because then I got, I think, about 68 people who clicked that link who want to come for free consultation. It's a 1 hour consultation. I calculated in my head that even if I'm doing consultation 8 hours a day, that's going to take me 10 days. I can't do that. Then I started apologizing when they come in. No, I'm sorry. Yes, I did promise one of the few times I really feel that I can't honor this. To them, as they come into my inbox, I say, my apologies, I made a mistake. I didn't know so many people are going to come in. That's why I kept telling you yesterday, you have to put a number, because you can get overwhelmed. And I said my consultation fee is $100. That's what I was charging there in 2022. But I can't do it free, but I will do it for you guys for only $50. So out of the 62, it got reduced to about 14. Most of the rest didn't want to pay. Okay? So those 14 pay me $50 to be able to speak to me about their visa situation. Some of them have different ones. Some of them have been charged to court. They're facing deportation. Some of them are in America. They don't have papers. Some of them want to go to America. All sorts of stuff. Okay? Now, the real money now, multiply $50 times 14. Right there. That's $700 that I got from that speaking engagement. But the real money is that out of that 14, 5 hired my services. This was the first time I did this. I repeated the same process like 4 times. I'm telling you the first time it happened. 5 hired my services and I charged them $10,000 a piece. My fee is 15. I told them I'll give them 5,000 off. They hired my service after we have talked. And I told them, this is how I can help you. This is the kind of visa I can get for you. This is how I can defend you. So that 1 hour give me opportunity to appraise the problem and how I can really help them to get what they want. Some of them are in the US right now. Some of them are still in process, right? 5 out of them agreed to hire me. That's $50,000, so that you understand. On one speaking engagement. If I want to make those kind of money every day, that's what I'll be doing. This kind of training I'm doing now will be on visa. This is the hottest thing in Africa right now. And I have a 25-person staff in my law firm. You might think I'm hyping. Our office address is bi-law.com. Go to that website and check it out. But I just don't want to do that. I'm just tired of it. I've been doing law for 30 years now. I don't want. I'm retired. So I handed over the law firm to managing partner. His name is Chinedu Ibukwe, a Nigerian guy. Awesome guy, great Igbo boy. He's killing it even more than me. My point to you is that I was able to get on that stage when I was contacting that lady or that guy that owned the Yoruba, whatever is. I told them I just published a book that is called a USA Visa Without Tears. That's the book here. I published that book. Okay, see, sometimes it's good. Right here. Look at it right here. Okay? Right here. You guys are seeing this? USA Immigration Without Tears. Was the book I published. This is a print version that I did for myself. This book is nothing. Even you can write it. All I did was went to American Embassy's website, Makachuku, and I'm a 30-year-old immigration lawyer. I didn't have to think. I didn't want to think. I just went to USCIS.gov. They have all the types of visas. All I did was copied it out. What is L1 visa? Is there. They explained it. How do you get L1 visa? Is here. I'm not joking, guys. This book is 100% directly from USCIS.gov. Information that is free to the public. Not to now talk about. This was before AI, by the way. Okay, we are talking about the power of books. How you wrote your book is irrelevant. So this was before AI. I just went and copied whatever it is I need to show you the power of books today. Right here, that's the book. It's called USA Immigration Without Tears. If you go to okpebanwo.net right now, I'm still selling this book there for 10,000 naira. This book right here. I loved it. I saw the kind of business it was giving me. I told my staff, I told them how to do the research. We wrote Australia visas without, I didn't even touch this one. It was my staff that wrote it. I told them exactly what I needed them to do. They went to the Australian visa website. They started to copy out each visa step by step, did research, we got that. I saw that it's nice. We did Canada. Okay? Canada without tears. This one, UK without tears. Are you see what I'm talking about? All of a sudden, I've got 4 books on visas. I sell the book, 10,000. So when I go and speak, because we're talking about speaking engagement, I actually give this book away for free. For those who book consultation. If you book a consultation with me today, you get a digital copy of this book called USA Visa Without Tears. A lot of people book. It's a great book. Don't mind the way I told you I wrote it. Same way you two will write your own book without putting any of your brain in there. And it will stop people because every visa you want to get, the special visa, a handbook of different USA visa possibilities for entrepreneurs, investors, entertainers, professionals, executives, and skilled workers. I didn't treat visitors visa here. I didn't treat student visa. It's big boy visas I treated here. Okay? But the point is, with that speaking engagement, I got people to use my services. So if I want to really clean out, now all I need to be doing is even organizing this event and be speaking. If you Google me on immigration, you will see some of them there. When I'm broke like that, I do a webinar. And then I say book call. From booking call, I show them my book. You're going to get this free book if you come. And typically you convert 3 out of 10. If they come on the call, many of them won't show. They will book, but they will not show up. But if they show up, I don't care how poor you are, you're going to convert 3 out of 10. Unless your money is too big, they can't pay. But the kind of customers I'm looking for, I know they can pay $10,000. There are people who already have a successful business in Nigeria for the L1. For the EB1, this is called the Genius Visa. These are people who have accomplished a lot, but they didn't know they can get a green card automatically just by putting all their documentation together. Or somebody who has had a business in Nigeria for more than 3 years. Many didn't even know that they can use that to get a green card in the US by starting a branch of their office or sending their staff or sending their brother as a senior manager in the company. So once you open that through the power of books, we are going somewhere here. So let me go back to where I am. I'm talking about speaking engagements. This is one of your most profitable way as a bookpreneur, because you are going to write books that solve problems in your industry. And through that power of books, you are able to get on stages. And when you get on stage, the kind of money you can make is insane. You go to a conference of 200 people, you speak well on stage, you can convert half of the room to pay you $1,000, $500, $300, depending on what your package is. So some people I don't sell my books. Most times, if it's one-on-one like this, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to give it for free. My books are in the bookstores for those who want to buy, because I am not counting on the money royalty I'm getting from Amazon, Lulu, Barnes & Noble. I use it to sell my $10,000, my coaching program, my one-on-one coaching program right here. Where is that one here? Okay, another one right here. Guys, a book. The Bookpreneur, again, this thing that we're talking about, the Bookpreneur Success Blueprint. Details of everything that I'm talking. In fact, I'll give every one of you a copy about that. How about that? Grace, remind me, we'll send them a copy, because this has more details that I'm not going to be able to go to today. How do you do this speaking engagement? How do you do all of that? The step-by-step process to becoming a bookpreneur. That's the book right here. But what I do is I use to sell my course. I have a course on this. It's called the Bookpreneur Success Blueprint also. $297. So I give the book away for free. Then I sell the course itself, which is number 2 or number 3 that I showed you. But if there's any gathering of authors, for instance, I will get on that stage easily. All I need to do is write to the organizer that I actually wrote a book on how you can make maximum money through your books, called the Bookpreneur Success Blueprint. I would like to come and speak to your audience for free. When I get in there and I'm speaking, then I'm going to offer my course, which is $297, depending on how I see the crowd. If I feel that they have plenty of money, I will do my consulting program that can consult for you about how to turn your book into a money spinner. It's $10,000 for 60 days. I will show you how you can write books and blah, blah. All this one, I'm telling you, all the stuff that you hear. Work with them one-on-one to do it for 60 days, $10,000. Or sell them the video training based on this book that I didn't even do. I trained the bishops of this world to do for me. So my point is that I'm broadening your mind to the kind of what you can do as a bookpreneur. Don't think of book as just that book. This is just $19.99. What would that do for me? That's why I say I'm going to give it for free. I play for the big game. You also can be there. Yeah, I'm not $9.99 is big to a lot of you now, but selling your book is not the money. That's why I'm sharing 10 different ways you can monetize yourself. You don't have to do all 10, but your eye is on a couple of them. Number 6, consulting and coaching. Remember, people pay a lot of money for consulting and coaching, is what I just said. So your book could be a leader to get you this consulting and coaching business, depending on the type of books you are writing. And consulting fee can be anywhere from $1,000 to $20,000. You saw them wanting to kill Stephen Akitayo, who said he's going to do consulting for $25,000. I see people have never heard of that before. I was laughing when everybody was dragging him like a generator. That's one of my students, by the way. Many of you know that. Okay? His coaching fee is $25,000 to teach you how to make money online. It sounds crazy to those who don't have any money, but the man is signing up people every month. There are those who have that kind of money who want to be coached on how to make money online, or how to, to coach them about the real estate business. I'm sorry, someone was real estate. He wants to coach them how to make money in the real estate business. And it says coaching fee is $25,000. Mama Aduni and Tia Aduni was dragging all over the place because you cannot, again, I'm not here to defend nobody. I will defend Stephen Akitayo as far as that is concerned. Because I know I myself, I have a $15,000 coaching. I'm not going to knock him. It's a business. If people have the money, they'll pay you. He has people who are paying him. Tia Aduni has probably never seen more than a $1,000 coaching in her life, so she thinks $25,000 is too big. There's a $100,000 coaching. I haven't done it, but I've done a $49,000 one that I paid. $49,000 to Tom Robbins. What are you guys talking about? And it's not even a big deal. What he was doing for me was once a week thing for 6 months, $49,900. And it was about book, by the way. But this was many years ago when I felt that. Now, if I say I want to charge $49,000 for something, they will probably go and hang me. But the truth is that people all over the world who is paying it, I have paid it. I've not paid $100,000, but there's $100,000 coaching out there. How is it your business what somebody wants to charge for his coaching? If nobody is paying him, he will not be charging it. Stephen Akitayo have people signing up for his $25,000 coaching every month. And with all due respect, himself will tell you, he can't say he knows 10% of what I know. But he's asking for the money because I told him you can ask it. If you are good enough, if you can deliver value, the question is when they pay you $25,000 and they finish your program, do they feel that they have gotten value for that 25? Now, if they don't, then you're a criminal. Then you're going to have a problem. I warned him about that. If you're going to have somebody for $25K, better make sure you can give them $100,000 measurable value when they are done. Not theoretical value, measurable value. So when I do coaching for Bookpreneur, not only do I help them to make sure before they leave my class, it's a 60-day class, they will have at least 10 books published. They're going to publish one every week together. They're going to have a website to sell their book. They're going to have a funnel to have it. I'm going to have helped them to do this part, webinar. I'll set up a webinar for them. We will test the webinar together so that they can see how they will make money with webinar. So at the end of the day, yeah, they paid me $10K. They are seeing that this is a $1 million business I just gave them because they've made that back from actually doing all of this stuff. So you can charge whatever you want. Just make sure you give the value. If you can't give a $10,000 value, don't charge it. Go charge $200 and then give a $1,000 value. People will not quarrel. Okay? So we keep moving. So coaching and consulting is the big ticket item. This is where the big boys. There is a gentleman. Again, don't take my word for it. His name is Jay Abraham. You can go to, I think it's jayabraham.com or abraham.com is his website. You can download all of his books for free. If they give me 100 years, I can't write a book that is as good as that guy. And he was writing this book before AI. It's called the father of digital marketing, Jay Abraham. But guess what? That guy will not even take your consulting fee. He will not take your consulting business unless your business did $5 million a year before. Those are the only clients he wants. His fee is $500,000 to consult for your company. And you pay like 2 or 3 times. So he doesn't sell his books, but he puts his book out there. When you read one of them, you are going to melt. I don't care I don't care your level. Go there. Go and download free books. It's there. If your brain can carry it. Amazing, amazing, amazing. J. Abraham, daddy, daddy, daddy. All of us, when we hear him, we kneel down. But because this is his own way of monetizing his books, he doesn't even sell it. He puts it out there for you to download for free and just be okay. And then when you call him for consultation, which is free, the first question they ask you is, how much did your business do last year? If you say, I just started, oh my God, they just tell you, although it's very nice. He's a very nice guy, though. They will just tell you very politely that they only deal with businesses who have done so many $1 million the year before. Why? To make $1 million a year, it doesn't need more than 2 clients. You might be thinking that, oh, yeah, the money is too much. But there are people who are paying him. I myself is praying that I'll get it to the point where I can go get J. Abraham to come and consult for my business. But for you to pay somebody $500,000, you must have made that kind of... What am I trying to say is that the big money in Bookpreneur is for you to graduate yourself to a consulting and coaching level where you actually have a coaching program that is designed around your expertise. And then your book will get you those clients. It's a little bit of elevated level of monetization, so I'll leave it like that. Number 7, subscription services. This includes, like, for instance, you can have a book club. This is working well in the health niche, where you create a book club. They join the club for a subscription, $27 a month, $10 a month. Don't make it too big. But every month, they get access to one book. You know you can write this book in a day. So it's like you're creating a market for your books anyway. So as part of that book club, they get a book a month. Then you meet once a week, maybe, to discuss the book of the month with your club members. So today we are discussing Bookpreneur, a success blueprint. Then you guys talk about it for about an hour. It's done. I've done this. It's called Netpreneur Club. Every month they get one of my books. I have 100 of them, so I'm not losing anything. They get a free copy of my book. And then they have a once a week hangout. At some point, I wasn't even showing up fully for it myself because they hang out among themselves to discuss their business. So I show up, I take questions for 20, 30 minutes, and I go, it's $10 a month, $20 a month, pepper soup money. But if you put 300 people there, like I had from Clubhouse at one point, 360 people, they were paying me $10 a month. That's $3,600. And really, how do I do? Every month they get a copy, one book from me. Then we have a hangout every week where they can come and ask me any question for 1 hour. And then I give them access to my vault, the recording of things like this that I've done. So I'm not really doing any work. They get a recording of my vault that has like hundreds of videos in it. They get a book from me free every month, digital copy that costs me nothing, okay, but gives them great value. And then they get to talk to me once a week. That is what is called subscription services. Also, of course, for you to get here, you also must have created some clout for yourself, must have created some value. Many of them have seen a lot of people that have helped to actually achieve breakthrough, so they know I can help them. But if you have not yet gotten there, but this is something for you to have at the back of your mind, that at some point, this is how you make money in this business. Membership sites is close to subscription service, but a membership site is a site you create, put content. It might be where you put all your books, and then people subscribe to go and get access to them. One fee. Number 9, merchandise sales. This is now a whole different level. I myself have not even explored this yet, where you are creating merchandise based on the subject matter of your book, depending on what you write. For instance, I have a show coming up now called Judge Mugu, right? We are discussing this morning that we can create merchandise around it. So for you to set yourself up to make money with merchandise sales, your book also has to be thematic. Maybe you are writing novels and you are consistently writing about a character. That character can have a merchandise that you make money with. So it takes a whole arranging yourself too to be able to get here. But my own is just to sensitize you, do more research. Number 10, freelancing writing services. Obviously, you can write a book, you can do freelance for people where you can be a ghostwriter for people. You write a book for them. There's a lot of celebrities, that's what they do. They can't write by themselves. They use ghostwriters, but it's their name that will be on the book. You can write articles, because if you can write the whole book, definitely writing an article is not your problem. So you can list your services on freelancing websites, and you are writing articles based on the subject matter that you specialize in. Those are just 10. Again, they are deeper and deeper than I've just talked. Let me not spend the whole day on that. The idea of sharing 10 ways with you, and it's more than 10, is for you to know that this is a deep business that you can make a lot of money from. Your money is not just on selling books. There are many ways you can monetize that. If you get that, give me a 10 before we go to the next section of this. I'm going to talk about what it takes to be successful. I'm going to run through it, but I want to see your 10 to be sure you are still following me here. Come on. If you get that, yeah, somebody just even going a little bit deeper for you guys. I can set up membership on School. That's something they call School. By the way, School has been bought over. School is now a different name that is owned by Mike Filsame, one of my own coaches, but she's right, where you can actually set up a membership and all those details. We don't have time to go into it today. She was talking about actually creating a membership site on School for your stuff. Well done, Lavan. Okay, so what does it take to be successful in this niche? We've talked about what it is. We've talked about the money. Now, what does it take to be successful? You have to pick a niche. I can't overemphasize this. As a bookpreneur, you don't want to write on marriage counseling today, then write on making money tomorrow. That is what is going to kill you. You are not going to develop authority without specializing. I cannot overemphasize this. You are a bookpreneur. It's your business. Just like you cannot be a doctor and be a lawyer and be a mechanic and be same way. You want to be known for writing in a certain niche. If it's health and fitness, all your books should be on health and fitness. If it is how to make money online, all your books should be about that. That's how you get authority. But what people do is that they're not disciplined here. If it is novel you want to be writing, then be writing novels consistently. You give yourself a name. Even if you want to use a pseudonym, it's okay. But you bring out a book once a month or once a week. Remember, you're not doing launching yet. You're just publishing it. Over time, you become an authority in that genre. Let's say you're writing novels and you specialize in love stories. It's just a matter of time. If you write 100 of that, nobody can say you're not an authority in love novels. If it is personal development you want to be writing books on, you specialize on that. I want to beg you on that. This is number one point of failure. You want to have authority, because sometimes that is what gets you to be able to get that big money in coaching, in consultancy and all that, because they see you as an authority in this niche. When they Google you, they see, I don't write on any other type of book except digital business stuff now and motivational books, because that's where I'm transitioning to. In another couple of years, I won't even be teaching business anymore. I just want to get people to become who God made them to be. And all my books will be about that. That's why you see me starting something called Greatness Unplugged, where I'm going to be talking about how to be the best God made you to be, because that is where I want to retire to. And it don't matter to me whether I make money with it or not. I'll start a YouTube channel, and I'm dropping my video there every day. I know my money will come, but the important thing is I'm transforming people. What I'm trying to say to you is that you have to specialize. You can't write on love today, and then tomorrow you want to be writing about how to fix a car. You are confusing your audience. If you look at popular authors today, they are known for only one genre. If I mention Chimamanda Adichie, the kind of books that come to your mind is African-related novels. You don't think a war movie. You don't think political story like that. Exactly. If I say Wole Soyinka, you know you are thinking literary books. So you want to be known in one niche. It don't matter to me whether it's a novel niche you pick or whether it's a non-novel niche. You have to specialize. That's what it takes to be successful. The greedy ones among you will just be writing books because you're cut to them. They never make any money. They may have a 100 book out there. They will make money over time, but not the kind of money they should be making because they have no identity. They have no specialty. Look at every successful author you know. They specialize in one area, then they write a book around it. If I mention Danielle Steele now, you know it's love stories and women thing that she writes about. That's for the novel people. Pick a niche. We're going to talk about those niches in a minute. Then you focus on the niche. Again, saying the same thing. You don't focus on the niche, you are not going to be great quickly. You are not going to make quick money quickly. Number 3, be consistent on the niche. See, I'm still talking niche because I know this is the number 1 point of failure. People are not disciplined to stay on one genre. They'll be telling themselves, well, I can combine it. I can combine it. And then at the end of the day, they make no money and they're wondering why. I'm going to start from 1 again. Pick a niche. We're going to talk about the niches we showed you yesterday. And when we're going to write the book now, we're going to show you how to pick a niche. Number 2, focus on that niche, meaning that if you write 4 books a month, all 4 should be on that niche. I met a guy on one of the business cruises. Every year we go on a business cruise. To start it, middle of January, digital business people all over the world, more than 400 of us, we always gather and we go on a Caribbean cruise. It's a 7-day cruise. On one of those cruises, I've gone to maybe 9 of them now. I met this gentleman in London. He's a Nigerian guy, Igbo guy. And he was telling me his niche. He was a bookpreneur, right? That's what he does. I wasn't even going on that cruise as a bookpreneur. I'm there as a softwarepreneur. I create software and I launch it, right? So I was telling him, okay, what genre is he specialized in? He told me he's a specialist on apnea. It's not a medical doctor. I've never even heard the word before. This was maybe 7 years ago. I didn't know what apnea was. I swear to God. So I asked him, what is apnea? Later, I went to check it up, of course, but he explained to me that apnea is about sleep disorder. People cannot sleep well, blah, blah, blah. That's what that man specializes in. And he said he averages more than 10,000 pounds a month in royalty now. I'm talking 7 years ago. Not even now, where books, we had so many on Amazon only. What he does, he said he has about, I think as at the time we were speaking, he has 36 books on apnea. Apnea is a very small part of medical. You would think that there cannot be more than 1 book on apnea. The man has 36, but all of them are on apnea. Small books, 60-page book, 70-page book. He actually doesn't even write it himself. He was explaining to me, this was all before AI, that he has a team of researchers. He just hired some people from Philippines. Each book cost him, at that time, he said each book cost him about $160 to write. He has this book of group of 4 people who will research on apnea for him, and they write a book. So they give him a book a month. He doesn't write any of it. He pays them $160, 3 of them. They do the research, they write it, they design the cover, they do the whole thing. I'm talking about turnkey. At the end of each month, they give him a complete book that is published. They even publish it on Amazon for him. And all he then does is promote it and do what he needs to do to sell it. Apnea is a specialized, a focus on that. Not even general health and fitness. That's too wide. He narrowed down to a small area of a small niche. And he was killing it, 10,000 pounds. He lived in London. So same thing you have to do. You pick a narrow niche and you kill it. That anywhere they mention that thing, you are there. And your customers, because what happens is that if somebody bought a book from you, it's likely to buy 2, 3 more if they're in that same niche. Where is my cookbook? I have, 15 cookbooks. When somebody buy one, all of a sudden they buy 3 more. I don't have time to go into all of that. And the only mistake I made was I put my name on it. That's why I'm not marketing it now. I don't want to be known as a cookbook author. So I'm doing it on the low. But it was a very popular series of books. On Amazon now, it's my number 1 selling book. And I have over 100. And these are cookbooks. There are like 15 of them. But what happens is that it's called Most Wanted African Recipes. You can check it out there on YouTube. Most Wanted African Recipes. So I wrote about, for instance, the most wanted the Yoruba concussions, Hausa concussions, Ibibio concussions. Then I went to South Africa. I did Zulu concussions. I went to Mid Africa, Swahili concussions, and all of that. I just told my team, like the greats of this world, like the Kechukus of this world, then that were working with me, I told them how to research it on. Like, I cannot cook egg. If you ask me to cook egg, I got zero knowledge about cooking. But I researched it. This was before. I'm trying to find if I can see the series here. Okay, I took them off this shelf. They are somewhere packed because I'm looking at this. I'm surrounded by. I wish I can show you my room where I'm working here. But the point is, I have 15 of them. I did not write more than 2 by myself. Then I showed my apprentices, I want you to write this book for me. And I paid them so that there will be no story tomorrow. I said, okay, I'm going to pay you this amount. Right? Because I told them to go write books. They keep, every day they give me a story. I said, okay, this will be your assignment now. I want you to write a book on Kenya concussions. Then you're going to sign it over to me. I'm going to pay you 50,000 naira. This is 7 years ago. They were excited to go do that. People can be very foolish. That little money is what they're focusing on. So I was thinking that, okay, when they are done with that, at least they will not be motivated to then start writing books. They never wrote another one after that. It's like what I'm saying about my videopreneurs now. When we meet tomorrow, they are going to get an assignment. You are going to go create a YouTube channel for me. Then you create one for yourself, which is what I didn't do that time. I could have said, for every book you write for me, you must write one yourself. They will have done it because now it's an assignment. They don't have a choice. But I never thought of it that way. I just thought they would be energized because they were seeing this money coming in and they wrote the book. Do I need to tell them they can go write their own, Abi? But they didn't. Human beings are weird. And I got confused. Right before your eye, your Ghana has 15 books. And you guys are the one that went to do the research and put it together. Some of them go and the one that helped me publish it on Amazon. I said, okay, yeah, go and publish tomorrow morning. By the time I wake up, I want to see that book on Amazon. I've taught them how to publish. They publish because it's an assignment. And then I'm asking them 1 month later, where are your own books? They don't have any book. So you have to focus. Be consistent. You can't write one book and go to sleep. Once you pick the niche, you have to keep churning it out because you're a bookpreneur. If you are selling shoes, you're not going to have one shoe in your bookstore now. If you are selling suits, you're not going to have one suit in your bookstore. So you are a bookpreneur. What you sell is books that you wrote. So you can't have one, you can't have 2, you can't have 3. You have to keep bringing them out. That's what makes you a bookpreneur. That's why I say minimum 4 books a month. If I'm any one of you guys, forget that. I will write 3 books a week, especially once I show you how to do it. You know, you can write it in 1 hour. The only thing that is going to take you time is designing the graphics. Then go and get a graphic designer, like inside the AI 360 studio. Or if you don't want that, go get Canva. Canva will give you a cover in less than 10 minutes. And then, you publish it. You don't wait for perfection, you keep going. Be consistent over time. God, on the number 4, have accountability. See, I'm not sharing any secret that is not heard of before. But you do these things, I can guarantee you this will be a regular income stream for you 1 year from now. You will not start tomorrow. What does accountability mean? If you promise yourself you are going to write 4 books a month, then write it. Then write it. Have it in your diary. Have people to check up on you. I'm not pursuing bookpreneur now because I'm not running any coaching class on that. But that YouTube thing, I'm going to make them accountable. Oh my God, because I've seen how it can work now. You have to do a video a day for me. That you have to do a day for yourself. That means you have to do 2 videos a day. I don't care what you do. I want to see them. 1 in your own channel, 1 in my own. If they do it consistently for 90 days, game over. But if you leave them to go do it by themselves, people will not do this. I know. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do to make $100,000 a month if I want. Easy. All I need to do is do 2 or 3 webinars every week. Simple 2-hour webinars. I can't even get it done because nobody is there to harass me to go do it. I'm my own boss, which is bad. So you have to figure out a way to be accountable to yourself, either to people you respect who can call you, or that's why I always tell people you can't succeed online without a coach. It's not because somebody wants to collect your money. I'm not even selling it to you guys. I'm not going to even tell you about how to become my student. You don't have the $10,000 I want. Okay? At least most of you, some of you do. But this one is, I'm not doing this to sell anything. But you have to figure out a coach, even if it's the one that you're not paying, a coach that you respect, that when he gives you an assignment, you go and do. That is the number one missing link for those who are not successful online. Most people know what to do, but doing it becomes a challenge if there is nobody to stress your life. All these videos we have been playing for the last 3 days were done by my apprentices in less than 1 month. Most of them 2 weeks, because we have gone to other things since then. Their first 2 weeks, they produce all those videos under fire, because I meet with them twice a week, and you have to show me that video. Sometimes I give reward. I give reward. Sometimes I put them on probation. Sometimes I fire people from the class, so they know that I'm not joking. When I say I want that video, they know I'm not fucking around. They get the video, but look at their work now. So accountability is key. If you can't afford a coach, go get somebody who can hold you accountable. It might be your wife, it might be your husband, it might be your boyfriend, it might be your girlfriend. That might be what, but those ones are harder. If it is your girlfriend, if you say, go, Oga, where is your video? You might yell at her. You know, if it's an African, say, won't hear, which one is your business? Then you start to harass your coach. That will not work. He has to be somebody you cannot speak back to like that. Somebody who's higher than you. Number 5, work on your mindset. I've already run out of time, so I have to rush this. Nothing big. These 5, you can do it, you will make money, but you won't, most won't do it. I'm going to rush quickly through some resources. You don't need plenty of stuff. I've cut out all of that. Mr. Zan will be wondering, what did our guy do to my slide? Because we had like 10 tools here. Waste of time. All that is busy work. The tool you need to succeed as a bookpreneur, ChatGPT, it is free. The Microsoft Word, you don't even need that number 2 self. Is there anybody here who doesn't have Microsoft Word? Give me a 0. Let me know your life, how your life is going to go. If you don't have Microsoft Word, give me a 0. If you don't have ChatGPT, give me a 0, because you can go download that now. Give me a 0. If you don't have ChatGPT, I want to see you. If you have ChatGPT, give me a 1. That is a better question. If you don't have, give me a 0. Let's go, people. Yeah, I know you are always in a hurry to learn the technical one, but this is the mindset part. So if you do, that everybody here has ChatGPT, everybody here has Microsoft Word. That's all the tools you need. Before, I will have given like 10, 20. That is part of how I confuse you. You don't need all of those stuff. This is free. By the time I list 7 more now, you are busy writing them down, and even some of you will even go and buy them. But you don't need that. To write your book, ChatGPT. You save it on Microsoft Word, as I'm going to do in the next few minutes, so that you can see that you don't need anything else. Next thing, to publish on platforms. It is free. Amazon, kdp.amazon.com, lulu.com, Draft to Digital, Ingram Spark, Seller, Okada Books, Hunger, Publisher, that's an H there. There is hundreds of them. You Google, they'll come out. All these places, at least most of them, 90% of them, it is free to publish. To publish on Amazon, it is free. To publish on Lulu, it is free. To publish on Draft to Digital, it is free. To publish on Ingram Spark, it's free. Seller is free. I don't know about Okada Books. Even though my books are there, I can't remember how we got it there. But my point where I'm trying to say is that your problem is not where to publish your book. If your book is ready tomorrow, you go to kdp.amazon.com, all you do is follow direction. In class, we actually publish a book as part of the practical. I don't know if we are going to get that today, where I just call the bishop or any of my students. They will just go to Amazon. They will publish a book for you. It takes less than 10 minutes. And then it may take them 1 day to make your book live, and you are good to go. Draft to digital is my best thing. That's one that's giving the best money right now. But there's a problem with that for Nigerians. See, everything Nigeria is always problem. It will allow you to create your account. But when you put where you're going to collect your money and your address as Nigeria, it's going to block it. If not today, within a week or so. So there is my advice. You should still be able to publish on drafttodigital.com, but get somebody outside Nigeria to help you create the account, to use the address abroad, and then give you access. If it has been created, you can access it and be publishing from there. So use your friend, your boyfriend, that guy that has been toasting you from America, tell them you'll be okay, but let him go create a draft to digital account for you first, before you can even smile. Grace is laughing. Anything you can use to collect whatever you have to collect, you collect. At least they can't sleep with you over the digital. You can tease and do what you got to do. The boy will go and create it. I will send you my picture. If you create it for me, it's okay. Just don't go overboard. Don't be nasty where they then blackmail you. Send them your fine picture. I send you my fine naughty picture. But when you are sending picture, you are complete in the picture, you are covered. Then they will say, this one is not naughty. Tell them, go and create a second one, and I will send it. You too, you scam you scam until you have your stuff. Then you tell them that you're another kind of girl. Have you waiting? Who's doing that? It doesn't mean you will not be friends. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not joking about it. Many of that's why you are in the AI Filmmakers Club. Some of these groups you are joining. That's how you create relationship. Find out where people are. Those who are outside the Nigerian country, they are your great friends. You are not exploiting them. You are simply telling them I have a problem. But if you have interacted with them enough where they can trust you, they'll do it for you. And I tell them, all you simply want is for them to put their address and to use their address as a place to collect the check. They're not going to think you're scamming them, because the check will go to them if you keep that. And then when the time is ripe, you guys figure out how you get your money. So if you have a brother or sister, those are the best. Because when I look at the checks I get every month, the biggest checks are coming from Draft to Digital. And I didn't even know that before. Because Draft to Digital, they publish your books on Barnes & Noble for you. They publish it on Amazon. They publish it on several other websites. Just like Lulu. Lulu is the secret weapon for those of you in Nigeria. It allows Nigerians to open an account. And for only $5, they will put your books on 50,000 bookstores. For only $5. They will put out your book on 50,000 bookstores so that you can actually do it as a service. That's another income stream right there, where you can tell authors that you help them publish their books in 10,000 bookstores. They don't know you're a joker. They're going to think you're joking. But it will be published. You have the links to show them. And you collect your money, $500,000 naira, 1 million, 250,000. But it's only going to cost you $5, $4.99 on Lulu. It's called global distribution. But you can publish on Lulu for free. It will only be on Lulu itself. But then if you want a global distribution, $4.99, they will put it on Amazon. That's how I got back on Amazon, by the way. My Amazon account was closed in 2023. They claim I have a double account, which was their own fault, which is a whole long story. That was a company I was using that I was publishing my books on. And then they bought that book. The company is called Create Space. So Zoom bought it. And then as part of the purchase, they created new accounts for every one of the customers that they have in Create Space. I already have an Amazon account, so I ended up having two. But when they migrated to AI, monitoring people with double account, AI said I have double. Like a joke, they closed my account with more than maybe 80 books there. I was collecting over $7,000 royalty at that time. And they closed it. That's when I learned. Let me hold it here for a second. That's where I learned what I'm about to teach you. Then I didn't know about all of this. I didn't care. I only published in Amazon. Because I started publishing, my first book was published 2001. Sorry, 2001. 2001. That's 24 years ago. Yeah. When I became a pastor, 2001, my first book was Return of the Prodigal. That's where I published it, the second, third, and all of that. So since my royalty started coming, it never occurred to me to explore any other area. And you are not going to do that. Because it's not your father's platform. They can cancel you tomorrow. You can make one small mistake. I didn't even make the mistake. They did. They raised it in 2021, 4 years ago. I appealed it and they reinstated my account. I thought it was over. Only for 2023 for them to bring the same problem up and say, I have double. What are you people talking about? That 2 years ago you said it and I appealed it and you say it's your fault and they even apologized to me. But this time they're not even responding anymore. My account went down and it stayed down because now it's AI that is doing it. Once AI has classified you to finish in here, there's nothing you can do. Then I have to start over with new books in 2023. Now, of course, when they close your account on Amazon, you are not allowed to open another account forever. If you go and open another account in a different name and their AI will figure it out, and you're going to get banned again. But when I publish my book on Lulu, Lulu has a deal with Amazon, so they publish it there under my name but under their account. So my royalty comes from Amazon, comes to me through Lulu now. That's how I was able to get back on Amazon. So if you search Amazon now, you still see most of my books there. But they are books that came from Lulu. So Lulu is good. Lulu will put you on Amazon. It will put you on Barnes & Noble. It will put you on many websites and 50,000 bookstores. But for some reason, my royalty on Lulu is not as big as Draft to Digital. I don't know how. And meanwhile, Draft to Digital too puts it on different, they put it on Kobo.com, they put it on Barnes & Noble, and they do what they got to do. So if you can publish on Draft to Digital, I'm promising you it's very good in royalty. I don't know how the money was coming. The day of 340, 1 week 270. You just see this thing coming and you're wondering, where is it coming from? Then they send you a report. They mention one bookstore somewhere, just sold your book, and this is your royalty for the month, $140. Another one. So it's pretty good. But I'm telling you in advance so that I don't come to the room and start crying. If you put Nigerian address and Nigerian account to receive your money, they're going to close it. So be smart. I'm not going to say don't limit yourself. Go get somebody abroad. In South Africa, it's only Nigeria they are banning. They are not banning Africa. So wherever you have a family member or a friend, that's the best. You tell them you want them to help you open your account. You explain to them why. And then you don't change your address to Nigeria later. Don't say, But you can change the access where you are the only one that can log in. But because your account, you will see your royalty when they post your check. You will see it there. So your brother cannot say they didn't send check. And then you guys can be battling how you get your money later. Okay? I used to help my students, telling them I would give them my own account and do. After the first trial, I had to then stop it. It became too much problem for me. Even my own account started getting blocked. I said, no, I don't have to help and come and die here. You have family. Call your family. Let them help you. All right? So my point is that this is where you publish. It's not complicated. If you want, in the AI Filmmakers group, until we create the right group, they can drop videos about how to publish on this site. We have it, plenty of them. I can tell them to drop how to publish on Amazon, how to publish on Lulu, how to publish on Draft to Digital. I know we have but you don't even need us. You Google it on YouTube. It will solve that problem for you. It's a simple Q&A. It's not complicated, I swear to God. If your book is ready, you publish it in 10 minutes. And it's free. So when you write your book, now this is where I was going to teach, don't rely on one platform like Amazon. Okay? Because a day may come, they can block you. Maybe you wrote one book and maybe you didn't edit it properly or whatever, and they decide that they're just AI with no content, even though they're accepting AI books now, but your AI books must have genuine, must have informative content. Don't go and post a 60-page book there or 40-page book, they will ban your account. When you want to put your books there that is written by AI, you want to be well done, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But publish in these sites, I will do at least 3 of these. I will do Lulu, Draft to Digital, and maybe Sailor. Sailor is Nigerian friendly. Draft to Digital will put it on Barnes and Noble for you. You put it on Amazon. You don't even have to open an Amazon account yourself. You open it from inside their account for Draft to Digital. They give you something that will allow you to create your own account on Amazon, so you are protected. Lulu, you don't get to open an Amazon account, but they will put your books on Amazon for you anyway, and then they will collect your royalty on your behalf, and and typically they even pay you 100% of your money anyway, so it's not like you're even losing money. So don't let anybody tell you it's complicated. You can have a book on Amazon before Sunday, on Lulu before Sunday. There's nothing mysterious abroad. Olale can say, if I use abroad address, can I still use my name? No, you're going to use your name now. There's nothing, your name, everything you want to do. It can even be a Nigerian book. They don't care. Their problem is the collection of the money and the address, because maybe people have scammed them. I don't know what happened. So you don't have to change your name. You don't have to change the tenor of your book. The only thing I've just said, you have to make sure it's not Nigerian. Even if you put a Nigerian address, they don't ban you for that. It is when you put the account where you're going to collect your money and it has a Nigerian address there, then you are fucked. And I'm advising you, don't even put Nigerian address. They won't ban it for that, but I don't trust them. Use Nigerian address. Use a foreign address. Use a foreign account to collect. And by the way, because again, I'm already out of time here, I really want to get to writing this book by 17 minutes ago. There are places online you can actually acquire legitimately a foreign address and a foreign number that is legit, but you're paying for it. Even Google gives you a foreign phone number, I think it's for $1 or something like that. So it's not like complicated. You actually have a legit foreign phone number that is yours. And you can Google that. Again, you are business people. So go figure out how to get a US number. I don't teach illegal stuff. Everything I'm telling you now is legal. You sign up, you tell them the state you want the phone number from. And as a matter of fact, AI 360 Studio, I just realized too now, has where you can get a foreign number. If you have a platform, if you are a subscriber, we have a tool in there that is called foreign phone numbers. You pay for it. One-time payment, I think, I don't know, the one we have, I think it's like $10 a year, $19. You pay that, then you are going to get a foreign number. You tell them what state you want, New York, whatever, and then you get the number. And it's legit, it's in your name, you own it. And then that can be what you use in your Draft to Digital. We don't have the address thing, I don't think, in this map, because there's so many apps there. I myself, I'm not too familiar with all of them. But I know you can get that with Google. Foreign address for your company. That's what you're going to call it. You get address, you get someone say, which country's number do I recommend? I recommend US. I live in US. US is the one that nobody's messing with now. Donald Trump will crush them if they try us. So I will use US if I can, because very few countries mess with US. Okay, don't use Iraq. Oh, you're your own. Okay, so but research it. We don't have time to do it. I'm just telling you what to do. Just make sure, if nothing, you are using at least 2 platforms to publish your book, so that if one do worry, you still have another one. Me, I lost all that income stream because I was relying on Barnes and Noble, which I would never do again. So I was relying on Amazon. So now my books are published first on Draft to Digital, which takes it to more than 20 other sites. Then Lulu, we push it in 50,000 bookstores, and I'm okay. If one bookstore banned me, the other one is still there. I don't use Sailor much. Understand that a lot of Nigerians patronize that, and a lot of my clients are Nigerians, so maybe I should start using that. Do you get that? Okay. But for getting a foreign phone, which is good, especially if you are running your freelancing site or whatever, you want to have a foreign phone number. Because nobody respects your number in Nigeria. They see that, they start to panic, even if you are the most honest person. And you can't blame them. Because if you have been scammed before, you will know that it's dangerous to go and use Nigerian. You don't care if it's a pastor. So I don't get mad about that. Because the truth of the matter is that Nigerians will deal with you if you give them. They've dealt with me. So what am I talking about? Okay, so I know. Don't take it personal. You are running your business. Go figure out where they're going to take you. Don't cry. Don't say this to Igbo people. If our country is good, we won't have to mess with them. But our country is not good, so we got to do what we got to do. Don't join them in whining. Find a solution. And I'm telling you the solutions that you can use. All right, design tool you need. You don't need any other design tool to do this other than AI360studio.com. You need the design tool to design your covers. If you can't afford our platform, then Canva is the next one I recommend. But Canva alone is more expensive than the old AI360 Studio. So why would you want to go do Canva? If you're going to do a design platform, you might as well get AI360studio.com and get access to the 60-something apps, even if it's only one you are using. Because that cost of $24.95 that you are paying right now, that 39,000 naira, is it 29, even 29,000, if you buy during this training, that you are paying is less than what you will pay as subscription to Canva, which you are going to need. If you want to be a bookpreneur, you are going to need a graphic design platform, but you can get, or go look for areas where you can get free designs. It's fine. They will be out there, I'm sure. Just Google free graphic design, whatever. Okay, but that's all you need as far as I'm concerned to do your graphic. So Graphic Genius is one of the apps inside of AI360 Studio that you will need to do this. Or go get your graphic design somewhere else. Or you can be paying for cover. But how many will you pay for? If you're a bookpreneur, you are publishing 4 books a month. Do you want to be paying one graphic designer 4 times a month to design your graphics for you? No, you have to learn how to do it yourself. At least until you're a big boy. I get designers to design for me, but I have the money. So get a tool that can do it for you. All right. Now we're supposed to talk about marketing, but I think I'm going to go do this. I want to show you guys how to create your book because we're over the 2-hour mark, and I promised myself we'll write a book. Then we'll come back and I'll do some, give you some marketing ideas. You can see that there is no slide. I'm just going to talk. And trust me, sometimes those are better than me showing you slides because I'm going to show you practical stuff that work. Okay, how do you get your book sold? You're not going to wait for those platforms. I'll just share one and I will go. For instance, that place they call Clubhouse or Twitter Space that you guys are all attending and wasting your time there. Those are powerful places for you to sell your books. You just create a topic. For instance, let's say I have this book. Let me just talk about this a little bit because how to make the money is as important as writing the book, right? Let's say I just wrote this book. In fact, where is my ChatGPT Business Gold Mines? When I wrote that book, I want to use a real life example. Again, where am I finding difficult finding these books here? I'm looking at all of them. Okay, I also did this one. Okay. There's a book when my book, Digital Business Gold Mines, came out. One of the ways I marketed it is not the way you would think. I will simply go to Clubhouse. I will start a room on how to monetize ChatGPT. That is the title of the room. And then people come to the room to come and be discussing, or something like, can you make money with ChatGPT or is it just hype? That's the title of the room. Everybody is coming in there to talk their own. It's good, it's bad. Then every 15 minutes, just like you see me doing here, then I'll mention that, I just published a book. It's called ChatGPT Business Gold Mines, where I discuss 50 different ways you can make money with ChatGPT. And that the book is $39.99 on Amazon right now. But if you order it in this room, I'll sell it for you at 70% off, at $10. Every day for about a week, I was making more than 30 sales in just 2 rooms. I sold over 200 copies at, was it $19, $12.90 something cents. Over 300 copies in 1 week. That's a marketing strategy right there. So when your book is ready, you can then decide. Clubhouse is not as hot as it used to be 3 years ago. It can be Twitter Space that you're opening every day or every other day. but you are picking topic that gives you the opportunity to market your book. You are not putting your book there. You are putting a topic that is related to your thing. Here's another one that I use successfully. Here is this book, Success Secret of Millionaire Hustlers. Personally, I think it's my best book. Why? Because not only it talks mindset, you know, I'm big on mindset. And by the way, my team, anything you guys want on my books, just ask me, I'll give you. Don't go and start buying my books. If you want, I will give you Grace and Co. Just let me know. I'll give you a copy. So this is called Success Secrets of Millionaire Hustlers, where I work on the mindset of how to become, talking about real way to make money or not all this theoretical stuff, complete with the example that I've done. Anyway, so when I finish it, all I simply do is I started running, I call it Breakfast of Champions, Breakfast with Champions. I copied one room that is like that. I call it Diaspora Breakfast of Champions for Africans, right? So every morning I will open a room for 2 hours. But I pick a topic here, for instance, here is I talked about 33 mindset secrets for making money in any economy without working so hard, right? Then I'll pick up a topic, a motivational topic, like for instance, stop thinking big and start focusing on doing small things. It's one of the secrets I discuss. I talk about what it means. Then I talk about practical step-by-step way for you to turn this to money, right? I will start the room. I may then talk about why thinking big is a good idea. Or I may contradict myself and say why thinking big is a bad idea. Something to provoke a discussion, even though I'm going the opposite direction, right? So people rush to the room. They want to talk. Then people start sharing their ideas about thinking big, thinking small, their experiences. You are just a moderator. Your job is to just be passing the microphone around, right? But every 15 minutes, you just tell them, and then I tell them, I just published this amazing book called The Success Secret of Millionaire Hustlers. Then I put the link in the room so that they can see it, that it's on Amazon. It's $39.99. Then I'll tell them for special in this room, for those who would like to get this book, I'm going to give it to you for $9.99. Inbox me now. Sometimes I get 20 inboxes. Sometimes I get 10. Then the cash app me if they're in the US or UK. The ones in Nigeria, I give them a Nigerian account number. And I'm raking in my money while we're just talking. That's one monetization option. That's just one out of maybe 20 I can teach you. But we are not there on that one. We want to write the book now. Okay? So here is your gift for today so that you are not stranded, because I discussed monetization here extensively. You are going to get this book right here. Grace, remind me, we'll send a digital copy to everybody that is on this call right now. It's a $39.99 book. I don't really sell to my audience. My book, my money is coming from other sites, but you guys can have it. The only thing I'm going to beg you is do not share my book. I'm selling this stuff. If you are sharing with everybody, nobody's going to go buy it on Amazon when I talk about it. So please, God will not ruin your business because you are being nice. I'm going to give it to the 72 people who are in the room right now. We have 72 people here. Not those who registered and didn't show. 72 people. Figure out, Mr. Bayo, if you can freeze the list in the back or whatever way you want to do. I don't know how you guys do that. We will post it. Maybe we just give it to everybody in the filmmakers group. We post it there. But please do not share it. I'm begging you. If you violate it, God will see you. I won't see you. But then Karma will catch up with you. Let's go write a book. Enough theory. We're going to come back and talk more about this if there is time. But I don't want you leaving this place today without writing your first book. That is one of my objectives for today. I'm not going to even bother into all the theoretical, whatever, even though I have PowerPoints full of that. To write your book now as a what is it called? Where's my ChatGPT now? Charts. Okay. Everybody has got a ChatGPT. Now what we want to do is show you how to write your first book, and that will be the assignment for today. Okay, for those who are able to write their first book before a class starts tomorrow. I still haven't decided what I think maybe those are the ones I'll give the book. How about that? Okay, when you submit, you get a copy of this sent to you. Yeah, that has to be incentive to be able to get this. Rather than me giving you 5,000 naira or 3,000, I'm going to give you this $39 book. I'll give you that plus this book, Mindset Secret, that I call my best book ever. Okay, and I'm not joking. I'm running a whole course on this book, Success Secrets of Millionaire Hustlers. For those of you who are able to publish your first or finish it, you probably won't be able to publish because I've not shown you how to do the graphic design, all that. So at least finish your book and you're able to share it with us. You send a copy to info@aifilmmakers.org before class tomorrow morning. They will respond to that your email and we will share with you these digital copies, $39 book here, $39 book here, as a reward. If it is not there by the time we start class tomorrow at 4 p.m., then you do not get this. So as a bookpreneur, you are writing book for a living. And like I said, before you start writing book, you have to pick a niche. So if you have never written books before or you don't know what to write books on, let me make this bigger so that you guys can see. Okay. Can you all see my ChatGPT right now? Okay. So the first thing you want to do if you have not written a book before and you have not picked a niche, you simply tell ChatGPT what you want. And I'm going to type it afresh. You see, I just opened a new chat. I am a new bookpreneur who wants to be writing books for a living as my commercial business. You are telling ChatGPT you are not just an author, you want to be writing, to be selling. It is important because that's what will guide the kind of recommendation it gives you. Remember, you don't want to write books for yourself. You want to write books that people want to pay you money for. That's what the bookpreneur is. I'm not teaching you to be an author. I'm teaching you to be a bookpreneur. To be a good bookpreneur, you must also be an author along the way. But you want to write books to make money. I don't have any prompt to send to you anywhere. I'm just telling you this how you're going to do it. Maybe if you get all the prompts are in this book, by the way, but you don't need all of that. Just remember the principle. Even if you don't remember the exact words. Tell ChatGPT what you want to do before you give it instruction. I'm a new bookpreneur who wants to be writing books for a living as my commercial business. Now, in order for me to be successful quickly as a bookpreneur, I'm repeating it deliberately. Remember, treat ChatGPT like a 10-year-old. By being over specific in what you want, you're going to get excellent results from it. Don't be coy, don't presume anything. Now, in order for me to be successful quickly as a bookpreneur, can you recommend the best niches I should focus my book publishing on? You want him to recognize, I will even, if I were you, I might even tell him a bit about myself. I might say I'm a lawyer or doing this, an area that you already have some, you can put that there if you want, so that you can recommend things that will actually fit your mindset. But this one is good. I'm a new bookpreneur who wants to be writing books for a living as my commercial business. Now, in order for me to be successful quickly, because that's your objective, you're telling the thing what you want. In order for me to be successful quickly as a bookpreneur, can you recommend the best niches I should focus my book publishing on? And you hit enter, nothing more complicated. You are trying to pick a niche here. If you've already picked one, then you don't need to do this exercise. And I say, absolutely, Dr. Kwebaum. As a bookpreneur, aiming to write and publish books commercially for prophecy, it gives you a little bit of summary of what you just tell it to be sure you understood what you said. If the recap is not what you are asking, then you ask him again. Your success will be tied directly to writing in high demand niches. See? that have evergreen interest, because your book, you still want to be selling it 4 years from now, 5 years from now, are easy to market, offer highly digital and print scalability, allow for low cost production and high return. So yes, he gets what I want. Now, he has now, based on that criteria, he has recommended 7 profitable book niches for me that I should strongly consider as a bookpreneur. Personal finance and wealth building, self-help, AI tools and technology, health and fitness, relationship, dating and marriage, Christian inspiration and faith-based, business, side hustles and entrepreneurship. You can ask it when you're doing your own. You can say to give you 10 is what I prefer. 7 or 10 is what I like. Best 7, but it's giving me 7 here. So now the next thing you do, you look at these 7, because every one of them there, they are profitable. The niche is hot. You're going to make money from there. Now, before I then settle on one, I will look on which one of them do I personally like best. Remember, I said you can't choose based on what you like. But when you now have options that are already good, now it is important to pick the one you like, as opposed to this is what I like to do first before you pick the niche. Now you have 7 great niches in front of you. If you ask it for 10, it will give you 10. Don't ask for more than that, because you really want really tight top 10 profitable niches. So I will scroll through this, and I'm telling you now, some of you will be stubborn. You say you have a niche somewhere, you go and be writing stuff that don't make money, and you'll be wondering why you don't make money. Unless you're already locked down to a niche where you like to be writing, or you are not interested in the money, you just want to be writing, and that's also okay. Everybody has their objective for writing. Some of them are writing in order to become better at their job. Some are writing in order for positioning. Just be sure you tell ChatGPT what you want to achieve with your writing stuff. We want to make money. That's why we put money there. It's giving us 7. So I will look at it and I'll pick one. Any one of these 7 will work. Are you guys following me so far? If you're following me, give me a 1. We're going to count down to this thing. Give me a 1. You got it? Give me a 1. I want to be sure you're following me. Okay? And if you call yourself one of my students or a apprentice or whatever, God will help your soul. If you don't have a book written by the end of tomorrow, I will find you. I'm not joking. I'll collect your money, your allowance. I'm trying to not pay plenty money this month. I'm going to collect my money back. So if you like, don't do the assignment. The others I don't know, so they can escape. So you pick one. So here, let's say I'm the one who want to do this. I'll scroll up because I'm all out. I'm all in on AI tools and tech feature skills. This one I'm going to pick, and that's the one you are picking, Grace, because you're going to write me plenty books on this area. So pick it. As you write one for yourself, you're going to write me one. So you don't have a choice. That you will fulfill destiny by force. So pick that one. Unless you can tell me privately if you don't like it, if you prefer something else here, then that's fine. I'll let you pick. But it has to be one of these 7. I don't want to hear stories. I don't want to hear whatever. One of these 7. Okay? But let's say we pick self-help and personal development, which is very hot. You can see that it's even ranked higher than AI when it comes to books. Okay? When it comes to software and other stuff, AI probably rank more than everybody else. But when it comes to books, you can see that it's number 3. So let's say I pick this. I will copy it. Okay? And then I will say, I have decided to choose this niche. Remember again, do it the way I do it. I will copy one of the recommendation complete right here. You see the way I'm doing it? I know it sounds stupid to some of you, but that's how I get the best result. I will copy it. I'm not trying to retype it so that I cannot tell me forgot or go and do something bullshit. I will say I've decided to choose this niche, then I will paste that niche that I copied, the whole thing. I'll paste it in there. Then I'm going to I'll paste it in there. Then I'll go to the end of it. And I'll say, now give me, because to write a book, you start with the title. Give me 10 great and highly profitable books, book title. Give me the titles of the first 10 great and highly profitable books I can write to make money as a bookpreneur. Again, you keep letting him understand the reason you are writing is to make money. 10 highly profitable books I can use to make money as a bookpreneur in this niche, whatever niche you picked. Now, if you started with 7, and I suggest you start with 10. If you don't like the 10, because some of you are already whining here, tell it to give you another 10. And God help you, if you still don't like any of the 20, go look for a different business. I'm telling you now, you can choose to pick whatever you want to pick. Your money will just be slow. If you market well, you will make money. But why do you want to overmarket if you can do little marketing and make money? All right. So now I post that. I say, give me 10 great and highly profitable books I can write. Give me the titles of 10. You are trying to get titles of the first 10 books to write. Write it any way you can. You don't have to remember I'm just calling it off head. There is no set prompt anywhere. Don't let anybody lie to you. The real thing you should always remember is be clear to ChatGPT what you want. Treat him as a 10-year-old that you are giving instruction, who is a genius. But a 10-year-old is still a 10-year-old, whether it's a genius or not. So you have to explain very well what you want for that 10-year-old to give you the genius answer. So in this case, I'm saying, give me the titles of the first 10 great and highly profitable books I can write to make money. I forgot the money part. To make money as a bookpreneur in this niche. And then I hit enter. Boom. Excellent choice. It's an excellent choice for the niche I picked. Now he's writing the 10 books that are going to be profitable. Before I gave you all of this, trust me, he has done his own internal analysis. It takes it seconds. He knows that these titles will work, that these titles will sell if you market it well. So you don't have to worry whether they will sell. The question is for you to write it. Now it's giving me 10. Look at it right here. You say optional strategy. Okay, it's also telling me I can combine titles into a series. So it's giving me these 10 books now. It's also suggesting how I can make more money faster. So all these 10 books, for instance, you can combine several of the titles of the book series called the Inner Power Series by Dr. Kwebanwo. Because series will always help you sell more when it comes to books. I just told you about my cookbooks. Somebody buys one, they will show him, he also has books in this area. They buy more. So it's advising for you to try to combine. So I can take him up on it. I can say, okay, this is a great idea. Let's combine. Okay, let me even do that. I can, because otherwise you can start writing the first one. I can then say, okay, good idea. See, again, I'm copying from what he said. I'm copying the whole thing. Okay? And I'm not going to say, I'm going to post it here. I'm going to say, good idea. Now, combine, again, I just posted what he has posted for me. Now combine several titles of the book series to dominate the niche and build an empire, blah, blah. Exactly what he said he's going to do. I just copy and pasted back to him. I only added, I like your idea. Now combine, I hit enter. Then it's going to give me a combination. So now I'm having my first series in this niche, Inner Power Series. So the first book is combined, is giving me book 1, The Confidence Code. Book 2, Discipline is Your Superpower. Book 3, Rewire Your Mindset. Book 4, The 90-Day Discipline Challenge. Book 5, The Unbreakable. Essentially, it's even, so what I don't know how many is going to give you, that will be the first set that you write. It's arranging the whole 10 into a series. Okay, now it's made it 8. Now it's giving more so that you don't want to get lost. It just keeps taking me deeper. I don't want to go deeper. Let me write the book first. So it's putting additional, optional add-on to the series. Don't explore that yet. When you're finished writing the series, you can then come back. If I were you, I will save this because it's recommending I should have a companion, devotional companion to the series 31 Days to Inner Peace, which will be great. Remember, is the one that is going to write it. So don't panic. He's also giving me monetization strategy for that first series. You see how beautiful this is? How the main book is upsell. So it's created the funnel for me from the series. All I'm going to do is just copy all of this and save it on my on a Word document, which is going to be business plan for my bookpreneur. Then I'm going to go back to the books because now you want to write the books. So you pick the first one. I will just start from number 1. Personally, I don't like to complicate this stuff. I will copy all of this again. This is book 1 in the series. That's if I want to do the series, which I think you should do for your first set. It might be a 7-book series. You finish that, then you go to something else. It will help you to focus on the niche. It's why I like that. So I'll copy the first book he recommended, and I'm going to post it here, back to sender. Then I'm going to say, where is it? I'm going to go to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to say, now let's write this first book in the series. Please, me. Now you can then decide how many chapters you want your book to be. I recommend you do it a 20-chapter book because it'll be weighty enough. You don't want to write a book of 40 pages, 60 pages when you're doing, especially when you have a great tool that can have, even if you want 100 chapters, it will give you, but a decent book that you'll be proud of so that if somebody even order the print version, when they hold it in their hand, it's looking like a professional book, not a book that looks like a pamphlet. Okay? So I will say let's write the first book in the series. Now give me a 20-chapter table of contents for this first book. So you go from picking a niche to getting suggestions for a book title. That's your step 2. Your step 3 is then to write the table of content. They are telling to give you a 20-chapter table of content. You hit enter. It's going to give you a table of content. The confidence code now is writing. There's nothing mysterious here. This is your table of content that is already writing. Is there anybody who still cannot do this? Give me a 0 if you are confused and you cannot do this. If you think you can do this, give me a 2. Not tomorrow. You are going to be able to do this in the next 24 hours. I'm not playing with you now. If you don't get anything out of this 31 days of training, at least get some books out of it. Okay? Yeah, if somebody asks a question, especially if it's a specialist question, don't answer for me, Grace and Co. You should only answer questions that have to do with book sale and stuff that I don't need my input, okay? Before you go and give wrong advice. Because somebody is saying, can I choose a different niche or continue with this in mind? You can do whatever the fuck you want. I've just explained it. Do whatever you want, okay? I'm explaining how to write a book. So if your niche is not in the top 20 it gave you, if you are committed to it and you want to keep doing that, then that's fine. Just follow the principles. Okay, so we have the table of content. All right. You copy it. This is how your book begins. You copy that old table of content. You don't have to copy the last sentence where it's asking you, would like me to proceed with chapter 1, obviously. Because sometimes if you copy that, you forget. I did it in my last book. I forgot some of this stuff. I left. Luckily, I've not yet published. I just gave it to somebody to help me go over it again to be sure I didn't make mistake, and they started pointing this out. So you want to be careful so that it's not you don't go and put it in your book where you are getting the content from. So you copy this, you go to Microsoft Word, This is Microsoft Word right here. Okay, I will show the ribbon. You go here and you start a file. We want to start writing this book. You create a document, a blank document, and then you right click, and then I like for you to post keep source formatting. Very important. It will save you a lot of work down the road when you want to put your book together. You right click and you keep source formatting so that your book is formatted from day one. You don't have to spend hours formatting it. That is it. Then when you are done, are you seeing my Microsoft Word document right now? Yes or no? Okay, you can see it. Okay. Mr. Olajede, you say, can what process? Of course, it's just a document. I don't care what you can use. Notepad. You can use whatever you want. But it's Microsoft Word. Me, I'm teaching you. I don't know how to use WPS or whatever you call it. Even you can use Google Doc. But I recommend Word because you can start formatting as you are going. But if you know how to do that in what WPS that you are using, then that's fine. But don't come and ask me questions about WPS in my groups. I don't use it. It's a waste of my time to come and I can't teach you what I don't know. So if you don't want to use Microsoft Word, that's your business. All right. Now, when you are posted here, very important. After you have posted that, you have to go because that's the way your book is going to be ready in the next couple of hours. If you do it right, where your formatting is done from day one. So you then go to insert in Microsoft Word. I don't know what you call it in WPS, so please do not ask me. I'm teaching with Microsoft Word. That's what I want to teach with. You figure it out in whatever it is you are using. So you go to your Microsoft Word, you go to insert, and then you do this page break, this button. Click on insert and click the button that says page break. That is, you are at the bottom of this thing you just pasted. You do page break so that I can start the next one on a clean page so that you don't have to do this tap to go to page 2. When you do that, you are going to spend a lot more time than necessary when it comes to formatting your book. This one, you are literally formatting it as you go along. You paste, you hit insert, you do page break. Now you have a new page. Then you go back to your ChatGPT. Are we all back on ChatGPT now? Can you see my ChatGPT document? I want a yes if you can see it. Just to be sure you see me switch over. Okay, cool. So the next thing now that you have your table of content, you're going to now say, it's asking you, will not mean how to proceed with writing chapter 1 in full based on this outline. Me, I will copy from chapter 1. I will copy from proceed right here. Proceed with writing chapter 1 in full based on this outline. I'll right click, I'll copy it. The reason why I do this, it prevents hallucination. If you are giving me his words back, he knows what it said. But while you are trying to type the instruction, you might type it wrong and then your book goes in another direction. I'll right click and I'll paste it. Proceed with writing chapter 1 in full based on this outline. I'll hit enter. My chapter 1 will come out. Chapter 1, the silent killer, outside self-doubt, does this, does that, is writing right here. It's still going, it's going. And by the way, when your book is done, anybody else writing in that book, write on their own, your book will be 10 times better because this is well-researched content it's giving you. I forgot an important thing that you need to have started with because I made a lot of assumptions here. Before you start writing your book, you have to tell ChatGPT you want it to write original content, not to plagiarize anybody. I'm going to write that now. That is the first thing you do before you start. But I'm going to say, as we write this book, as we continue, as we write this book, I want you to give me original content only. Do not plagiarize anybody's book or content. And then listen up. And in addition, I want you to write with a degree. Now, this one's a bit technical. Try to remember it. To write with a degree of complexity. And what is that other one? Complexity and is it perplexity? There's 3 words. To write with a degree of complexity that will make this book virtually undetectable by AI content detection tools. What you are trying to do here, because sometimes, because ChatGPT and other AI tools, they are content learning, they are learning from what other people have written. It's like they took all the knowledge in the world, they synthesize it in their brain, and then they give you part of it as you ask questions. Sometimes it can copy wholesale somebody else's stuff for you, and you won't know. And then you're having copyright issues later. But if you tell it, you don't want it to plagiarize. Okay? You want it to give you original content only. Okay? Then you have a better chance. So as we write this book, I want you to give me original content only. Do not plagiarize anybody's book or content. And in addition, I want you to write with a degree of complexity, and I think it's perplexity. There's another word, but it doesn't matter even if it's the wrong one. That will make this book virtually undetectable by AI content detection tools. We are telling it perplexity, bustiness. Thank you. Perplexity and bustiness. Those are the 3 words. Thank you, Simeon. So it's been a while that I use it because my system is, I've already told it to remember it forever. So I don't have to tell it anymore. Okay? There's a way you tell it, remember this instruction in every time I use you. That's what I've done. So it's in his memory. We don't need to be having this discussion again, but for their sake, I'm having it. And you can also tell it to remember this permanently, that anytime that you ask it instruction, it should not plagiarize, it should give you original content only, and to write with a degree of complexity, perplexity, and bustiness. I'm not going to go into long discussion on what those ones mean. They mean several things technically, but just write it down. Or go Google it and ask what it means. We don't have time. Okay? We have less than 1 hour to 4 hours now. We're at the 3-hour mark right now. Even though I started 30 minutes late personally, but 2.5 hours is long. Complexity, perplexity, and bustiness that will make this book virtually undetectable by AI content detection tools. So I'm going to call that the anti-plagiarism prompt, is what they call it. They are not as critical today as they were 6 months ago, because even ChatGPT is being trained by that, even by the owners. But just to be on the safe side, I will copy it and post it in the chat so that some of you can copy it. Again, those are just my words, something similar to that. You can see it. So you give it that, and then it will tell you, you understood this is the first thing we should have done. So that's the first thing you should do before you start doing any write-up. Okay? Now it's telling me, understood. Going forward, each chapter I write for the confidence code will be 100% original and uniquely authored, crafted with advanced narrative dynamics, including emotional layering, stylistic variance, and rhetorical unpredictability, which is what separates human beings from machine. It's telling me it's going to write with that, infused with bustiness and sentence variation, blah, blah, blah. It's telling me understands what I ask, and it's going to do it. Very, very, very critical part of you writing. The prompt is in the chat. If I were you, I will copy it. It's the first thing I will tell my ChatGPT before I start doing anything. And you can take it to another level and say, I want you to remember this instruction anytime I use you as my ChatGPT. So he will put it in his memory. So that even if you don't remember to use it next time, you are going to be fine. Okay? Okay, it's even asking me, should he update his memory? I'm going to say yes. So it's updated it into his memory now. I don't have to repeat it every time I'm writing a book. It's all part of you training your ChatGPT to not do worry for you and go and be copying stupid stuff for you. So now we have our chapter 1. Again, once you've done it, don't do all of it without copying. Just follow this process. It makes your life easier. This is chapter 1 now. I'm going to copy it all the way to the end. But of course, make sure you don't copy when it says, I will still copy all of that. I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to copy, would you like me to write to proceed with chapter 2? Because that is for you. It's not part of your book. So I'll right click and I'll copy chapter 1. I go to my book because your book is taking shape right here. This is my book. Remember, you are here. You've done, you put the table of content. Now your chapter 1, after you have done, start on a new page. I'll right click. Then I will paste, keep source formatting. You can see the book already looks good as is. You may not need to do anything else when you are done. Your table of content will come out automatically. I will show you how to do that. The only thing you might do is if you are writing a book that is not like a classroom, whatever, you can remove all these lines if you want. Okay, all those lines that is using to separate sections if you want. Typically, I like to even leave it there. It makes my book, the demarcation very clear, but you know, it's not normal for most books to have that. So I would delete that if I were you. I'll do it right away before I go to book 2, chapter 2. If I've decided I'm going to remove that. Then at the end of it, again, it sounds like I'm repeating. This is how your book will come out in under 2 hours. At the end of it, I will go to insert. I will click page break. Don't tab all the way to the next page. It will mess you up when it comes to formatting your book. I will go to page break. I will click page break so that I can break the page and go to the next page. That part is important for you to get. If you say you get it, give me a 3. I've seen people use 2 days trying to format their book when they could do it in 5 minutes. If you are following this pattern, it will take you less than 10 minutes for your book to be formatted for publication. You're not going to have any problem. Okay? I published chapter 2, chapter 1. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to say now, again, it's asking me every time, because I'm very deep with it. Every time I ask it a question, he always tries to tell me what is the next thing I should probably do. Sometimes that can take you out of your reading if you're not an expert. But what he has asked me now is, would you like me to proceed with chapter 2, the root of fear, childhood, and culture comparison? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to copy it. See what I just did? He asked me, would you like me to proceed now with writing chapter 2, the root of the fear, childhood, culture, and comparison in that elevated literary and humanized style? If I like that, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy. I'm going to post it exactly directly to him the way he said it. Proceed now with writing chapter 2 in the same elevated literary and humanized style. There's a reason I do that. If you just go out there and say, now proceed with chapter 2, sometimes it will hallucinate and give you something different, and now you are struggling to get your book together. I will hit enter. It's going to give me chapter 2 now. Remember, every chapter it gives you, when you have posted it, and I'm going to do that now, because I didn't do that with chapter 1, but I don't want to teach you a bad habit. When you post it into your Word document, you should read it before you go and write the next chapter. Please. You don't want to write a great book that you don't even know anything that is in there. Don't be in a rush. You're just going to end up embarrassing yourself at the end of the day in a place you don't want to be embarrassed. It's your book. You may not know anything about that subject matter, but when it's giving you the answer, you should read it yourself so that you also get knowledge, so that you grow while writing your own book. So this one now is, I want to wait for it to do chapter 2, then we speed up a bit. Okay, so it's done chapter 2. I'm going to go from here, not from what's next. Okay, yeah? It actually is still part of my book. Say in chapter 3, we confront the infamous, so you are letting your reader know what is coming in chapter 3. So I'll copy this part all the way to the beginning of the chapter. That's chapter 2. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy, I'm going to go to my book that is forming. Now I'm going to post it here. Now, after I post, before I go back and write chapter 3, I will literally read this. I do this all the time. So it might take me 4 hours to finish my book instead of a typical 15 minutes. If I'm not reading, I'll finish a book in 15 minutes. But I don't want to write a book that I don't even know what is in there for my own self-respect. So I am growing as I'm writing a book. That's part of the benefit you get now. So I'm going to read chapter 2, the root of the fear, childhood, culture, and comparison. The cave you fear to enter, host, whatever. It gave me a phrase which I love. Then I'm going to read it. Where does the fear begin? Before you even ever doubted yourself, before your voice began to tremble in rooms to strangers, before you learned to smile and shrink at the same time, someone taught you that it was dangerous to be fully yourself. And they didn't do it maliciously. No, most times they were trying to protect you from shame, from disappointment, from being too much. But what they intentionally did was whisper into your a devastating script. Beautiful book. It's good. I will read it to the end. By reading it to the end and being there, please mute yourself whoever you are. Okay, somebody's microphone is on. It always throws me off my game. I'm going to go out there and mute all again. Okay. So you read it to the end. So that you, because sometimes while you are reading, you are seeing that this is not what you want for this chapter. And it happens to me a lot. It may be good, but this is really not what you are looking for. Then you go back to ChatGPT and say, listen, I don't like that chapter. I would like you to rewrite it by focusing on this, by focusing on that. You are redirecting it. That is when the book is really yours. Because I believe if I write a book with AI, it's my book. It's not AI book. AI is just my stenographer. It's just my researcher. I'm the one in control of my book. I know exactly what I want there. So when I read it and it's not what I want, then I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to say, let's say we take this one. Okay, you can see, because that's the way I like to write my own books. There has to be activation exercise there. There has to be take-home assignment. You may not write your own like that, but me, I don't want to just write a book that you read and go away. I want you to take action right away. So he has remembered that. So it's doing it here automatically for me. It may not do the same thing for you based on how you are using it. And if you want to have it, then you have to tell it, okay, I want you to end every book with 5 action steps to implement what you have learned in this chapter. Let's do that. So now I've finished reading this. I feel that it should give me 5 action steps. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to say that was a good chapter. That was good. But I want this book to be more than just a book. Please include 5 action points for the reader to practicalize what they just learned in this chapter. Now, remember, everything will depend on the book, type of book you are writing. If you are writing a novel, obviously you're not going to have this there. If you are not writing a book that's an instructional book, obviously it doesn't have to be there. Most of my own books are instructional, so I like to have it there. So when I type that, it's going to then change how it was adding 5 practical actions at the end of each chapter. We transform the confidence code into a motivational book, from a motivational book into a transformational manual. That's what I like to write. That way, when they put your book against a professor, Professor Self will be giving you a berry. So he updated chapter 2 for me. So you can see right here, he's rewriting it. And it's giving me the activate your confidence 5 points from chapter 2. Then I will copy this. And that would then be the end of the chapter of that book right here. I'm going to post it there later. I can rearrange how it looks in the book. Now, I'm liking my book. Okay. Then I go back, tell it to write chapter 3. That's how you're going to get it all the way to 20 chapters. There's nothing complicated there. Do you think you can do that? 1 to 20. If you think you can do that now, give me a 10 because you're going to do it today. Then now we're going to write the introduction part. We're going to write the every book. If you want to assume now, by the way, when you've done this, if you want to shorten the stuff a bit, even though I don't advise you to do this for your first few books, but if you just want it to speed it up, you can then say, now write the next 3 chapters. Okay? So you will write 3 in a row, but I don't want to encourage you to do that. Do it one at a time. You have time between now and 4 p.m. tomorrow. Write each chapter one by one. Okay? Now he's asking me, chapter 3. I'm not going to say, I'm going to take it from here. Proceed with writing chapter 3. Exactly the way he wrote it. I'm going to copy it like that, and I'm going to paste. That way, you are reducing the chances of the AI hallucinating and coming up with what you didn't bargain for. Because if you just say, now write chapter 3, most times you write the chapter 3 based on the agreement you have at the beginning, based on the table of content. But many times, maybe by the time you get to chapter 6 or chapter 8, you will start to write stuff that's got nothing to do with your table of content. It's much better now, but it was doing that a lot last year. So you don't need that. Just copy. He's told you what he wants to write next. You copy from here. Proceed with writing chapter 3, whatever, write. You right click, you copy, you come here, and you paste it. So it's 100%. It's going to give you what he said it's going to give you. It reduces your time in revision, and it saves you a lot of headache so that your book doesn't lose weight as on your way to publishing it. So let's now say you use that to write each chapter. You want to do a 20 chapter book. You can decide that your own is 10 chapters you want. You can decide that it's 8 chapters. There's nothing in 20. I'm just the one recommending it. Because I'm just my own books are all big. Meanwhile, big books does not mean that's what we sell. So really, you can do a 10 chapter book. It's fine. But let's say you have done all the chapters and you're done. Of course, then you go back to the beginning. Every book must, okay, still writing. All right, it's giving me the whole thing here. Now, again, you copy. Oh, I think it's still writing now. Sorry, I thought it's finished writing. It's still writing. Okay. Okay, it's finished chapter 3. Remember, you copy. Do it one chapter at a time like this. Some of you will be lazy. You want to put everything inside of ChatGPT. When it's all done, then you now say you want to copy everything. What happens with that? I'm back at my book. Now you're going to do insert, page break, so that it starts on a new page. Okay? That is very critical. I keep repeating. Insert, page break. You will see why it's important when we now need to create pages for this book. That will be done in 30 seconds. But if you tap down, you will never find it. So post in here. So I'm going to do this. Insert pages. Oops. My assistant, there's a lot of people that are waiting to get in. Why are they waiting there? That's your job. Jeez. Always be checking people who are trying to get in and then let them in. So here, the page numbers, right here at the top here, you want to say insert page numbers at the bottom of the page. Obviously, most books at the bottom. You can decide to put your own at the top. I don't care. But I like to do at the bottom. So your book is getting numbered as it goes. We're going to come back to that. Now we move back to ChatGPT. I'm teaching you formatting as well as writing at the same time. Okay, so let's assume you have done all the 20 chapters. Now you want to write, you want to write the introduction page. So now write, because we are still only in 4th chapter, I'm going to say we will come back and finish the book later. But for now, I want you to write the one, why I wrote this book chapter. Actually, copyright page always comes first. Write the copyright page. And then what else? Copyright. What else at the beginning of the pages of books now? You have the about the author. Fantastic. Okay, so you want to write the preliminary pages. When you're done, it's going to start. You can see the copyright page will be written for you. There's nothing complicated here. In my own case, he has enough information about me to give me a very accurate copyright page. He knows my name. Dedication, yes, Moses Abiy said dedication and all that. To write why I wrote this book, he will write it himself, and trust me, it will tally 100% with the instructions you have been giving it. And it's always very beautiful. So most times, you don't even need to change anything why I wrote this book. If once you do it after you have finished writing a book, it's going to give you a very accurate why I wrote this book. You can see it's written it. And then you have the about the author. Now this one, if it doesn't have all the data about you yet, maybe you're just a new user, it's going to give you something decent, but it's not going to be too personalized. So what you then do is that you upload your profile. You can tell it, here is a summary of my profile, your CV. You can either upload the document or copy that and paste it in there. I say, based on this profile, write me a great about the author page that relates to this book. Then it will give you a great one. Me, I don't need to tell you, he already knows what to give me. Everything he gives you there is accurate because he knows enough about me now from having our love affair. He knows who the heck I am and all of that stuff. So you're done with that. That's how your book gets finished. How is that hard? Does anybody think that is hard? Now we are going to go back to the book. Now we want to format it. I'm going to go to the book, the one I was writing just now. Okay, so we go to which is where some of you get stuck. Right here is the book. I've said one of the things you do is that you're going to remove the section separators if you don't want to keep it in your book. Everything depends on the kind of book you are writing. If you are writing an educational book, there's nothing wrong with that. But some people don't like it. Now let's go to the formatting. Let's assume you've done all of this. You have posted your table of content, and all of that. So now this table of content that he gave you, right, is for you to start the book. This is not what you are going to use. Assuming your book is finished, okay? When I finish the book, I will actually delete this one right here because it is not paginated. It is not put in a table. It's too much stress for me to go and figure it out. So I'm going to just delete this. Assuming, of course, you have finished your book, you have your, let me copy that, that one we just did, just so that you can see it for real. I'm going to copy the about the author, why I wrote the book, and the copyright page. I'm going to copy all of it right here to the book. Then, of course, it's always at the beginning. I'll post it at the beginning, page 1, right there, right click, and then you paste it by using the keep source formatting. Now we have a book. Now, right now, we're already at the page 14 book. Obviously, we've only done 2 chapters or 3. But now I want to show you how to format it for publication using this Microsoft Word. The first thing you want to do is you want to create a table of content. Table of content is very critical. Okay, first here I put my name, the title of the book, the success code, or what is it again? The confidence code is right here. I'll copy from here. Then I'll put it as my page 1. Then I'll put the cursor on the left-hand side of what should be the next page. I will go to Insert. Then I'll click on Page Break. Very, very important. I'll click on Page Break. It will take that to page 2. Now I'm left with this one as my opening page. Of course, I will then, maybe I will make it a 20 font size, whatever I want to call it. I will arrange it the way I want, take that one to the next page. I will make my my title. Typically, I like my title like 36. Actually, we'll go to the next page later. I'll do 24. Then I will do my payoff line, 16. Assuming that I'm satisfied with this payoff line. There's a way you can go back and say you want a different payoff line. We're not doing all of that. So the first thing is you decide what is the size of your book before you start formatting. Typically, I recommend 5.5 by 8.5 or 6 by 9. All my books, 90% of them, they are 6 by 9. But the most popular sizes are 5.5 by 8.5 if you are using inches. I don't know what that is. It's in CM, what you guys use in Nigeria. That's what we use here. 5.5 inches by 8.5. So here is how you do that. You go to where it says layout. You can write it down if you don't think you're going to remember. Don't come and be disturbing me in the group and for me to be going over it again. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Of course, your group members will do it for you. Okay. So you go to layout at the top. And then the first thing you pick is the size. Right here. Right here, the size. For most of you, it's going to be the third button under layout. I don't care. I don't know how your system is arranged. But just write it down. You go to the menu. You click on layout. Then you go to size. And because you are trying to format a book, I will go to more paper sizes. Because you're not likely to see the paper you want, the size you want. Right here. I will click more paper sizes. And then it gives you the options. You want to use letter size. Some of you that are different sizes, whether it's legal or executive, but you want to pick letter. Letter is the one that is 8 by 11, a regular letter paper. Then your width, I'm going to change that. It will give you a default width there. I'm going to change it to 5.5 by 8.5. That is the size that I want my book to be. If you are using inches, for your own, wherever you are, that's where you set the size of your book. When you have put that 5.5 by 8.5, then you click OK. Make sure the old document, where it says old document, is highlighted. And then you click OK. You can see automatically it has formatted my book in 8 by 5, 5.5 by 8.5. If your book, I'm going to go back there. If you click more paper sizes, under layout, then size, the paper sizes. If your book is 5 by 8, you just simply make this 5 by 8. Whatever your size of your book is, I've just told you my own preference. Most books in the world is 5.5 by 8.5. I do 6 by 9, which is also equally popular. All right, and then I will center this. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to get your table of content right here. Remember, I posted 3 things together. The copyright page and where I wrote, I'm going to move this. I'll put my cursor on the left-hand side. I'll go to Insert, and I'll do Page Break to move it to the next page. Do not tap down. If you tap down, your formatting your book will be a nightmare. You want to separate this also, I'll go there, put my cursor right here. do insert, and I'll do page break. Are you all still getting me so far? We are going to be done in a few minutes. Don't worry. We are not going to be out of time today. I just want to see you write a book. Give me a 3 if you understand this page break thing. It's the number one problem I always get with people later. Either they go and use WPS that I don't know how to use, or they don't remember this, then they'll be disturbing me in the group. Write it down if you won't remember. Now we have picked the size. Remember, we go to layout, we have picked a size. Then you want your margin. I typically like my margin to be 1 by 1 by 1, because if your book is over 100 and something pages, if it is less than 1 by 1 by 1, some platforms reject it. So I'll go to margins. Here's the button where it says margins. I'll click on margins. My own is defaulted to top 1 inch, bottom 1 inch, right 1 inch, left 1 inch. That is my preference. What that is the space at the top, the space at the bottom, the space on the right, the space on the left. Some people use lesser. They might pick 0.5 by 0.5. Look at it right here. You can see there's less space on the left and right. But that's dangerous for you to do. It will give you more work later, because if the pages of your books are too many, the binding will not work for 0.5 by 0.5. Then they will reject your book and you have to start over. So typically I will do 1 by 1 all around. That has never been rejected. No matter whatever size you have, it will go. Okay, that is how you put your book to have good space on the left, the right, and center. If you get that, give me a 4. That's the formatting something, because you are going to be sending me a formatted book. Oh, I'm going to lump some stupid stuff that you just copy together from ChatGPT and send it to me. I want to win my prize. You're not going to. You're going to format it. Now, the next thing is table of contents. And this is where that thing I've been telling you to do, insert, will make sense. You will then go to where in your book you want to put your table of content. Typically, table of content is always on the before why I wrote this book. Typically, it's your page 3 or your page 4. So you put your cursor there next to it, as you can see. Then you go to what is called references at the top. Christopher said he did not get. You did not get what? Can you explain to me what you did not get so that we don't leave you behind? I don't like to leave anybody behind. What did you not get? I'm saying you use it. I don't know what I just did. Even me, I'm just talking. I don't have any. I'm not looking at any PowerPoint or anything. I'm just going manually through what I do. What did you not get? Christopher, I'll give you 30 seconds to type what you did not get. Then I'm moving on. I don't know where to start. I've said to separate a page. To start, you want to start every chapter on a new page. You put your cursor at the bottom of the last page, right here, where the words ended. Like this one, this is where the word, you put your cursor there. Then you go to, the setting of content to have 1 by 1. To do that, you go to layout, in your Microsoft Word. I don't know what it is in any other software. Don't ask me. I'm using Microsoft Word to teach. That's what I know. You go to layout at the top, and then you click on margins. Layout, then margins. When you click on margins, it will give you the different margin options. And I'm recommending you pick the margin that says 1 at the top, bottom 1, left 1, right 1, where everything there is 1. That is the type that will typically go on regardless of whichever website you are publishing your book. It will go. But if you go and pick 0.5 and 0.7 and you're trying to be cute, sometimes it will go on some sites. Some sites will tell you to go and reformat. And then you're giving yourself unnecessary work. You want to do this thing one time and be done. You are a bookpreneur. You are not a Nobel writer. So you click this and you get it. Okay. Now you get it. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to do your table of contents that will have your pages automatically aligned. That one that you put originally just for you to know what you are supposed to write the book about. When all the book is complete, like I said before, you delete that one you copied originally because you want to get your own now. So you put your cursor where you want your table of content to be. In this case, typically, it is always before the why I wrote this book. So you will put your cursor on the left-hand side of that page that started with why I wrote this book. When you put your cursor there like this, again, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see what I'm doing. You put your cursor here, then you go back to your menu at the top, and you pick the button that says references. I've seen people use a week trying to get their pages to be properly aligned, and yet it's a 2-second work if you have been formatting your page properly. So you go to references. When you click on references right here, you will see where it says table of contents. When you click on it, it will give you options. How do you want your table of content to look? Typically, I pick automatic table 2 right here, the first one. Anyone you pick is fine. When you click on that, see magic. It will automatically do a table of content with pages to match 100%. Now, because this, then I'll take this one to the next page, the table of the chapter 2. I'll go back here and I'll do insert, and then I'll put a page break so that I separate it from my table of content. You can see right here. This is your professionally done, accurate table of, he already put pages to every chapter. And we're able to do this in a few seconds because we have been starting every chapter on a new page. And we have been pasting from ChatGPT by keeping source formatting. If you have not been doing that, this will not happen. And then you start crying. You don't come and cry on my stuff. When you copy from ChatGPT, right click and paste as source format. And then you start every page with an insert, like I've been explaining. You can see right here what takes some people a week trying to match page to whatever took us 5 seconds. And the beauty of this is when, let's say you are editing later. Okay, we're going to go to one of the chapters. And let's say we just put 00 here. I just want to do something for you. And then we insert this to another page. You can see that this one here, this chapter 2, is now on page 8 instead of page 7, right? Ordinarily, if you didn't do it automatically like this, you have to then be reformatting this your table of content. You can see right here. Where it was before was page 7. This is it. This is chapter 1. It's on page 7. We have taken it to page 2 through our editing or whatever. Maybe you reduce or whatever. It's now on page 8. To make everything align again, pay attention here. You are going to go to this your table of content right here. There will be a button at the top that says update table right here. When you click on it, and then you select update entire table right here, it will update automatically. Now it will rearrange your pages by itself. Now your chapter 2 is now on page 8 to match where it is. I cannot overemphasize how much time and frustration this will save you if you do what I've just explained. You can see your why I wrote this book is now on page 8 without you having to go and be rearranging and be trying to put the right numbers here, because until I figured this out myself for years, after I finish, then when I change something on page 80 and now it's not page 81, I have to come back to this table of content and be trying to make sure I put the right page against it, but it's done it for me automatically. So when you finish editing your book, maybe by the time you are now doing the final edit, you decide to eliminate one chapter, or you decide to type a little bit more into one chapter to make it more unique, and then it goes to a different page. Then you simply go back to your table of contents, you click on it, and then this thing will come up, update table, and then you tell it update entire table, and it does it for you in 10 seconds, and you are done. Your book is ready as it is now. If we had finished all those 20 chapters, the book, without, of course, this, I'm going to take this back out so that my book is aligned well. When I take that out, I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on my table of contents. I'm going to click on the update table at the top. Then I'm going to tell it update entire table. It's going to bring it back to the page 7 it was before for why I wrote this book. That's it. Your book now is officially ready to be published. The only thing that then remains is your cover, which you can do. Where I said, Grace, I will have told Grace to demonstrate graphics, how to create a book cover for you now, but we're not going to do that. I want to close before 2 today. I need to go and eat. I've not eaten before I started this, and I want to at least make sure I don't exceed 4 hours today. That is your assignment. The next thing that you then need to do is use a graphic design tool to design the cover of your book. That's what you need to publish. The front cover only is even what you need for places like Draft to Digital, Lulu. Once you do your front cover, they will publish the digital version for you. We will post a 5-10 minute tutorial on how to design book cover. At least that one will be, we're going to post one from AI360, which is going to be our Graphic Genius or whichever of our apps does that. We'll also post an extra one for Canva. So that way, even if you are not buying AI360 Studio, then you go and get Canva. Canva by itself is more expensive than our tool anyway, but I think they have a free trial. I can't remember if they canceled it. So that will not be your excuse. You get your cover, and then we will post a video on how to publish your book on Draft to Digital. Is Bishop here? Is Bishop still here? Is Mr. Bayo still here? Okay, I'll have a word with him. Make a note, Grace, follow up for me with Samuel, whoever. I need to follow up with Bishop. I want them to post the tutorial. We have how to publish your book on Amazon, how to publish it on Draft to Digital, and how to publish it on Lulu. In our last Fish for Life training, we have all of that. I wanted to post it in a group for them so that people have no excuse. You can watch any of them and you'll be good. They will also publish how to generate book cover. Grace will publish the one that the app you can use on AI360 Studio. If we do have one that can do it, she'll post it. Do we have one that can do it? Okay, fantastic. So post the step-by-step. You guys have the video, so do it and we'll post it there. Those are the only 3 things you need. Watch the video about how to create your cover and go create one if you have AI360 Studio. If you don't have, the only option we have there is Canva. Hopefully they will have a free version for you. If not, then I'm sorry. You are never going to get everything free. Then you have to pay for something. Okay? Then we're also going to publish how to, we're going to give you a training video on how to publish your book. And if I were you, between now and Sunday, I'll make sure it happens. In fact, I was going to reward you for just writing the book. The book is too easy to write. Maybe I should reward you only when you publish. All right, I'll give you the 2 books anyway, just for finishing your book, formatting it like I just did. At least that one I showed you in class. If you submit before 4 p.m. tomorrow, I'll make sure that Grace forwards to you a copy each of this book. The Bookpreneur Success Blueprint is actually the manual for you to run a business as a bookpreneur. It's a great book. It's 253 pages. It has everything that you need there. It's your manual. And then I have my best book, like I said, Success Secrets of Millionaire Hustlers. It's not a theoretical book. I don't write theory. It's full of practicals, things you can do today, you can do tomorrow, things to change your mind as your reward for taking action. Okay, so because that way I want to know how many people actually took something away from some of these classes. If we don't get it, you are going to send it to info@aifilmmakers.org. I don't want to use AI 360 for that because this has got nothing to do with the platform. Or maybe it's the platform that is actually organizing this event. No, I changed my mind. Send your finished product. It has to be books you did today, not the one you've done before that is on your whatever. I want the one that you formatted today, and I will know. To info@ai360studio.com. Send your completed, formatted book to info@ai360studio.com in order to get my free books. Absolutely no exceptions. Don't come and meet me at 5 o'clock tomorrow and be telling me one story, Nigerian style. The idea is to encourage you. Your book is not for me. Yes, you're going to send me a copy, but there's nothing I'm going to do with it. It's not even published. And as you can see, I can write plenty books myself. Nobody's going to plagiarize your book. Nobody cares. It's your book. But we want to see it to be sure that you did the work. Send a copy. Then I want to encourage you to get it published latest by Sunday. Okay? Get it published on one of those sites that we gave you. Yeah? Grace, help me out. Also post the 10 different places they can publish their book. I only need you to publish on one of them. Okay? And you'll be okay. If you do draft to digital, you know your book is going to be live on Barnes & Noble at some point and all that. Now, this is important. Before you publish, that's why I'm giving you till Sunday. Okay? No, that would take time for me to explain. Don't go and publish solo on Amazon for now. Use any of the tools we gave you there, lulu.com, draft to digital, those 10 we're going to give you. The reason why I'm saying don't go to Amazon yet yourself is that when you go and publish there yourself, there are things I still needed to do, which is take your book into an anti-plagiarism software. Okay, we've not talked about that. You see, to make sure that there's no plagiarism, right? There are softwares. There's what again, we won't work the post for you. It's called anti-plagiarism AI tools. I don't know if we have that in the AI 360. If not, Grace, just ask Mr. Bayo for that. Sorry. What are you going to say? Grace, I'm talking to you. Unmute and talk to me. Yes, you have to unmute yourself. I've already asked you to unmute. Okay. You're a co-host. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will ask
Yes.
Mr. Bayo.
Yeah, ask Mr. Bayo to give you a list of the anti-plagiarism AI tools. Most of them are free, by the way, so you'll be okay. So what you do is you upload your book there and tell it to identify, plagiarize, whatever. Sometimes it gives you whatever, but it also tells you how to fix it for you. So it's not a problem. After you analyze it, you tell it to fix it, it will rewrite those pages for you and put it in your stuff. That is the professional level now. But I'm saying you can still publish without doing that. I published many of my books without running through that. So I don't want you to let something else stop you. You don't have to worry about that. Once you have given it that prompt to start, Draft to Digital will take it from you. Lulu will take it from you. Any of those sites I gave you, they'll publish the first one. Get it done by Sunday midnight, and I will have a reward for you. I don't know what that reward is going to be, but it's going to be cash. The first 10 people to actually show me the link of their book live on any of those sites. It can be anyone, I don't care, just one. I will give you a reward. But for now, I just need you to finish your book. Format it the way I formatted it. That is 3/4 of the way. And share a copy with us at info@ai360studio.com. And then we will send you free copies of these 2 amazing books. They are $39 each on Amazon. You can go check them out. I'm giving it to you for free. That's a $78 fresh gift. Tell me thank you. You have done free training. You are also getting free book. Is to encourage you to take action. I do whatever I have to do to make my students take action, because if I spend these 3 hours I've spent with you and you don't do anything with it, I just wasted my life. That's the way I'm looking at it. This is my life, to help as many people as possible to get over. Many of you will end up being much richer than me, and just a fact. Stephen Akita is a billionaire now, but it's my student. It was like every one of you, like this, but his own was like 9 years ago, 10 years ago. This I used to stress him. But look at him today. He's divided into real estate. He's doing amazingly well. Why? Because I insist on action. That's the difference between me and other coaches. They coach you and then they are trusting that you're not going to do anything with it unless somebody is making you take action. Trust me. Almost every one of you here that is on this call, you've attended training events before. How come you are not rich? The problem is not that you don't have the knowledge. You do. The problem is somebody is not making you take the actions that will help you to start to get that money. And that's what I stress my own students on. All my apprentices, they may not like me now. I told them they need 4 hours a day, but they are probably spending more than that just to survive in class. But the thing is, they're going to have finished products. Every one of them have videos they've done now, 3 or 4. Now I'm telling them, put it on YouTube. Then to make sure they know how to do faceless YouTube well, so that even they don't take anything away, they're able to take that. By tomorrow now, they're going to get an assignment. They're going to create, I'm going to create the one I'm giving them. They're going to create one for themselves. I'm going to hand them the 2. And I'm going to tell them I want to see a video on it every day. I don't care what you do. You're going to do those videos. Take 1 hour of your day. Create one for myself. Create one for yourself. So that way, they are forced to do it. And by the end of 90 days, maybe they have 60 videos on their platform. They're on their way already. And then when they go out on their own, they're not going to just become the same old people they are. It's like this book team now. There is not an issue. They're in this class. I have to see their own published book. I'm going to give them 1 more week. They format it, they publish it. I want to see the book itself. All right, guys, that's my question. Trust me, the accountability is the key for you. Don't say, well, I don't need certificate. Yeah, we will give you certificate at the end of this, but certificate is irrelevant. It's the action. If you don't do it today, you're not going to do it next week. Don't tell yourself, I'll do it when I'm free or I'm busy now. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. You have 2 hours after we finish today to hustle it. Finish your 20 chapters or 15 chapters or 10 chapters. The minimum I want to see is 10 chapter book. I don't want to see an 8 chapter book. I'm not interested. Between 10 and 20. I recommend 20. Take the next 4 hours before you sleep. Do it step by step like that. Paste. You'll be okay. Your formatting will be solid because my team will go through it before they send you the book. That's how we are. It used to be Bayo, but now it's Samuel and Co. Before they send you, I'm going to have Grace actually download the book, scan through it to be sure that it's formatted well. If it's not formatted well, it's going to hit a return and it's going to tell you this book is not done well. It's a lot of work for my team, but I don't mind doing it. But you got to do your part. I want to see how many of you will have gotten it done before we come to class tomorrow. Now, I take questions before I go. Remember, if you have not joined the AIFilmmakers.org, you need to join it. That is where they're going to post all these assignments that Grace will follow up for me. Okay? Yes, you're going to get a recording, but it's only when it's ready. Don't stress me. Come to class early so that I can take notes. I don't owe you recording, but I will give it to you. It's already there. The one for day 1 to 3. We posted it yesterday. Grace, you can reshare it for those who are just joining today on the group. But this is day 4. We will download it, we will upload it, and we will share it. But it is when you get it that you get it. Don't stress me about it. Any other question? Yes, Abiola Adebanjo, I can believe you that the network has been terrible. I see you going in and out like Ilekedi. So we will give, that's why I'm giving the recording for free. Before I used to sell recording of my training, I sell it. That's how I make money. But I decided for this one, I'm not going to sell so that everybody have an opportunity to do that. I didn't even sell my own program today, AI 360. Before we go, at least let me play that for a second before I receive query from Grace. Oh yeah, let me play that one and say, oh God, where is my platform? Oh yeah, let's watch that before we go. AI 360 is my, because I specialize in softwares, those who know me before I decided to just start doing training, that's my specialty. And I feel that AI is here to stay. I need to be in the game. So it's my very first software in the AI industry. It's called AI 360 Studio. And I wanted to make sure it's something everybody will want, especially those who want to operate in the AI industry. We have 60 plus apps in there, 60 plus AI apps that typically you subscribe to each of them independently. Like a graphic design, you have to pay separate. A video design, you have to pay separately. All of that. But I put all of that on one platform for a price that is even lower than the price of one app, deliberately. So that way it can be the platform of choice. But many of you are not even bothering. And some of you said you have problem with being able to pay with your card. So we are giving you 80% discount from the normal rate, and we're allowing you to do transfer, because I'm sure the platform is that good. If you use it for a month or two, you want to keep using it because it's cheaper than wherever you're going to get. So you can do a transfer of the first 1 month, okay? And then every month, 5 days to the expiration of your account, we will notify you 3 times, 5 days to go, 3 days to go, and 1 day to go. Just understand that if you don't send in your money, your account will be closed after that 30 days. And all the information you have there, you have to start over. I'm saying it very clearly now so that we don't fight, because that every account has a cost to me. I have to pay my partners. Even if you don't pay your own fees, if that account is there, that's how they count. When you don't do sentiment. If there's 1,000 people on the platform, they're going to multiply it by the percentage they agree to collect, because they are trusting me to run it. They invested in it. They got developers with me. They made it happen. I don't want to do this Nigerian thing. So we have a contract. This amount is what we are charging every month for everybody that is using the platform. So your 31st day is when their money is due. Sorry, it's due 3 days after your month ended. I'm not going to wait until that time. So if you don't send in your money at the end of your 30 days, if you signed up on 17, your 30 days will be 17th or 16th of next month, right? But you are going to get notice 3 times. 5 days to go, 3 days to go, 1 day to go. Don't tell me later that you didn't see. You're on your own. Give me an email that you know you check, because it's going to be automated. So I know the mail will go out. If your money is not in for the next month, by the 38th day, the next day after that, your account will be delisted. Even if you pay the money later, you are going to be starting over. So if you have any documents saved in there and the team works together, all the 60-something apps, so you can have a vault where your stuff is stored, you may not get it again. Don't cry. That's why we wanted those of you want to do transfer, to do 1 year in advance. So that way the issue of not having money to pay later does not arise, at least for 12 months. I will give you a special deal, only $299,000 for an 80% discount. Okay? But if you can't afford that, you can afford the 29,000 naira a month. Okay? Yes, if you pay earlier, yeah, it's better to pay earlier, then, because you will record that you have paid, and then your subscription go. That's what I will encourage you. You know, for those of you who want to pay like 3 months in advance or 6 months in advance, just contact Mr. Bayo or Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel is the operations manager. Post your phone number, sir. And Gladys, Grace, also, I keep calling you Gladys. Maybe I should just name you that. You're my daughter now. So I could be calling, that's my special name. Tell your mommy that daddy has given you a new name. Oh yeah, So please post your 2 numbers. Don't call me. You can text them and they will work with you. I'm making this special concession for Nigerians because I know we have a problem with our cards and stuff. When we launch it officially on August 4th, it's only card that we're going to take. Nobody has time to chase anybody. If you want to cancel it before the end of the month, you can cancel your account. But you're going to buy with your card. So that at the end of the month, you automatically build your subscription and nobody is chasing anybody. And if there's no money there, your account closes. So it's automated. But I understand Nigerians are a different breed. I'm a Nigerian myself. I understand the problem. So we're allowing you to do a manual transfer of even month to month. They've given you the account there. Where is the details to pay? I'm going to have to punch somebody here. I need you to post the one to pay to the account. That's what most of them have. Okay, you posted it separately. Mr. Bayo is here. I need that one. I'm going to post that one myself. For those of you who want to transfer, it's 29,100 for 1 month. And then for a year, we are giving you another 2 months off of the 80% discount. So you only pay 299,000 for 1 year. Whatever works for you. But if you can't afford it, it's also okay. Search the internet enough, you are going to get a lot of free tools out there. I know today we didn't dwell so much on it because we don't need it much. To write a book, the only thing you will need it for is to do your graphic design for your book. And if you can figure out another place to do it for free, good luck to you. I want to see that. I'm going to play that and then we'll close for the day. Let it be on record that close on time. That's it. Right there, if you have any questions, post it or come to the group. Here is what it's all about.
Right now, while most people are watching AI from the sidelines, a small group of smart entrepreneurs are already using AI to create multiple streams of income without coding, without technical skills, and without huge startup costs. And the best part, you can join them starting today with one simple tool called AI 360 Studio. Let's be honest, AI is everywhere. Everyone is talking about ChatGPT, Midjourney, Claude, Gemini, AutoGPT, and so many others. But here's the truth, no one tells you. Knowing AI exists is not enough. The people making serious money with AI aren't just using AI, they're monetizing it. And that's exactly where most people get stuck. Where do I start? What business can I build? Do I need to learn coding? How do I get customers? That's why we created AI 360 Studio, your all-in-one AI business machine. Inside AI 360 Studio, you instantly unlock 60+ ready-to-go AI-powered business tools, full step-by-step training, done-for-you templates, private AI business community. This is not some shiny software tool you never use. This is a fully functional AI business platform designed to help you start generating income fast. Let me show you just a few of the income streams you can build inside AI 360 Studio. Start an AI-powered content agency. Sell blogs, emails, ad copy. Create faceless YouTube and TikTok videos with Video Genius. Build full sales funnels for businesses in minutes. Launch your own SaaS apps, no coding required. Sell AI-powered design, logos, graphics. Create and sell online courses and ebooks in hours. Offer AI consulting and coaching. Teach others how to monetize AI, and you can stack as many of these income streams as you want. Let me be brutally honest, AI is not your competition, it's your opportunity. AI is not taking jobs, it's replacing the people who don't learn how to use it. The people making the most money right now, they're not programmers, they're not tech geniuses, they're regular people who took action early. Right now, our members are building businesses in the USA, Nigeria, UK, Canada, South Africa, and all across the world. And the best part, most of them started with zero tech skills. We're giving a small group of action takers a rare chance to join our Founders Circle with a special monthly access deal. Click the button below to grab your spot at an incredibly low price and unlock 60+ powerful AI tools to start making money today. This offer won't be around for long and spots are limited. Set up your account now and begin your AI income journey with AI 360 Studio. Listen, you already see where the world is going. AI is not the future, it's already here. The only question is, will you watch others make money with AI, or will you finally claim your share? Click the button below to secure your AI 360 Studio license now and turn AI into income starting today. Start my AI business now with AI360studio.com.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry. By the way, apprentice, is why I say you should not just end videos abruptly. The thing just end abruptly like that. Don't make sense, you know. But guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming. Yes, I will review the YouTube channel. Yes, we are out of time, but the first 10, I did promise you, we will. Grace, you have the number. Do you have the names?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir. All right, I'm going to put you on. Can you quickly read the? We said the first 10 to create a channel. Did you go and check the channel to be sure they are real and they have videos there? Did you check?
Uncle Bayo did that.
All right, fantastic.
We have seven names. We have two that are old. Then we have 7 accounts.
Can you? Okay, just announce those 7. I don't want to overstay here. Quickly. We're already at the 4-hour mark. All right, this is for the 7 that met the criteria, and then you are going to send your account number into the group or to Grace, and then we will send you the money we promised you. Okay, Grace, go ahead. Okay. Just announce now. Don't you have the list?
Okay, number 1 is the WhatsApp name is number 1 is digital chain consultation. Number 2 is an old account, so you missed it. Second person is Abimbola Morgan. Third person, Glow Florence Solution. Next, Emeka. Next person, Glad Victory H2. Next person, Queen Rich Homes. 7th person is an old account. You missed it. Then next person is PJ. Finally, Esther. So we have 7 persons, sir.
All right, what you should do for me is that post their name in the group. You actually also will tag them so that they know who it is. All right, and then I will make arrangement with Bayo. So when your name is published there, don't publish the names of the ones that missed it. Don't waste our energy. Publish only the 7 that qualify. Okay. And then if you see your name there in the group, just post in your account number and they will send your 5,000 naira to you. Congratulations, every one of you. And then we are going to do the same thing for those who do their book. We will respond to you by email and send you those 2 books as we promised. God bless you guys. I'm out.